Dice.
I need all my purples.
So
Hey, who's my purple friend? Is that you, Scott?
Um,
we should now be live, and
hello.
welcome,
Yep, we're live. I heard
world.
myself.
To yet another exciting Zephyr Workshop Wednesday night AEGIS stream. We
Hey, everybody.
started up a little bit late tonight, in part because we were getting some pretty close to final assets in, and in part because we have some of the regular stream viewers here with us today to play, and we were setting up everybody's teams. So, real quick, let's go through everybody we have here. I'm Jesse. You've heard my voice before if you've ever tuned into one of these streams. I do robot design and balance and all that kind of stuff for the game, and a lot of our spreadsheets and math and numbers.
Hi,
So-
I'm Zach. I've been on streams before. I've just been on break for a few weeks. Most notable contribution currently is I'm the one who threw this demo together, so excited to see how everyone likes it.
I am Reggie. I will be playing Vatisse, my commander that I inspired. I don't know, had made. I have been on a lot of streams.
And I'm Scott. I've been on a few times. I'm usually hanging out in the Discord channel, and I am playing Stell tonight.
I am Ben. I am a somewhat stream viewer. This is my second time playing, and I am not playing Gamoond. I am opting to go commanderless today, and gonna see if I can get some magic happening with the arrows.
Alright, awesome. So the first game that we're going to get set up and get going is going to be a 2v2 point control game. Point control is a really cool game mode that we've shown off before on stream, but it's been a while, so I'm going to give everybody a quick recap. So in point control, instead of playing with the usual 5-robot team, you instead play with an 8-robot team. You start with 5 in play, and you have 3 extras who you can bring onto the board as your robots get destroyed on any of these respawn points, which I am pointing out on the map really quick. There's an additional victory condition in point control as compared to regular AEGIS, which is points. So there are a bunch of different ways to gain points. You gain points for destroying your opponent's robots. You gain points for combining into bigger robots, for destroying combined robots. You gain points if your opponent can't produce 5 energy at the start of their turn. There are a lot of different ways that you can gain points, but the biggest one, the most important one, is that you gain points for standing on any of these 3 points on the board. And so at the start of your turn, if you have if only allied robots are on a point, you gain points equal to the number of robots you control on that point, or the level of those robots for combined robots and things like that. And so at the start of every one of your turns, you'll gain points from there. Your goal is in 2v2 to get to 22 points on your team. And if you have that and are leading by at least 2 points, then you will win the game. If the totals are very close to one another, then we go into sort of a tennis runoff where the first person to start their turn at more than that many points over will end up winning. And so it's a little bit different from regular point control. Some different robots from regular AEGIS, sorry. Some different robots really start to shine and do really well here. There's a lot of surprise. It's really fast-paced and fun, and it's a different way of thinking. So that's my quick rundown. We have, and then not to go into too much detail on the teams, we have the Vatisse team being played by Reggie. We have the Luxiana team being played by Kettle. We have the Commanderless team being played by Ben, and then Scott is playing Stell, and it is Scott and Ben are teamed up against Kettle and Reggie. So that should be good and interesting. We'll see how this goes. So to get things started, let's do a high roll for the teams to see who goes first.
Silent rolling. Who rolled my Actal? Well, it looks like it's a tie between me and Stell.
No, I mean, it looks like 8 plus 4 versus 8 plus 5, so one of you guys going first.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, okay, combining the...
Jesse did say rolling as teams.
I did not hear that part. Do we want Batiste going first for more shifty?
Sure.
Yeah?
Alright, who do we want on our front lines?
Probably one of the Gons. We're going to want to get the interference into that middle point.
Scott,
Alright.
do you want to go or me?
No, one of them's going first, not us.
Oh, I thought we were higher. My bad.
Yeah, no, there's one
no.
higher.
What do you want to do?
I'll go first, I guess. I'm just gonna do a bunch of
go ahead.
shenanigans. All right.
I'm just going to be moving up and doing a combine.
And so real quick, just to draw out what I believe the turn order is going to be. We're going to go here to here, and then from there over to here to here, and all the way back. So it's going to be Ben, then Reggie, then Scott, then Kettle. Alright, go ahead.
Okay. Well, for starters, I'm gonna combine the arrows and the snow right away into the arrows 3000. So I'm gonna spend 7 energy.
Alrighty. Starting things off with some combination.
Some lasers, huh?
Yes.
We're just against, like, Arcing Laser the team. Are you guys even going to go for any of the points?
I'm gonna spend 5 energy to move the Esper up. 2, 3, 4, 5.
I mean, you guys don't have a lot of base E types, but you do have them in the combined, so you may not be that unassailable.
I'm gonna spend 3. Let's see. Actually, I'm gonna spend 4 to move my Ica. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't move through my own guy, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Not without flying.
And then I'm gonna spend 3. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna spend 3 to do the beam tentacle. Hopefully. So we got these 3 guys. Looking for 2. Dang it.
Oh no, got the one.
And then for my last energy, my beautiful sniper here is going to go boink.
Alrighty.
Don't you wish you had a perfect, like, idiot-proof movement ability?
Yes, I do.
Alright, so it is Reggie's turn. Speaking of
Alright.
idiot proof.
I like how you just slyly slide the Gon up as you say that. Real smooth.
Alright, so Reggie has moved on Batista's ability.
So
Alright.
I'd just like to remind you, don't use Batista's actual action on my guys, or I won't be able to move them during my turn.
That is true and very relevant.
What?
So because your regular ability on Batiste stuns, if you stun an allied robot, they're stuck until your next turn.
Oh, that's what you're talking about.
So-
I
Yeah, so
understand that.
please do not stun me on my turn.
Yes,
So by all means, do that.
I'll stun your melee robot right into their face.
and friendly fire is totally a thing in all Aegis, but it's especially something to keep in mind in multiplayer 2v2 type games.
It's definitely something to keep in mind when you're dealing with things like the SSM 126.
Oh yeah, that too.
Or
but like also just to keep in mind that you can
level 4.
keep in mind that you can shoot your allies, so be careful about that.
Yeah, so has anyone seen the SSM 8000 on stream yet?
We have shown off the SSM 8000 a little. I don't know if we've played with it specifically.
Well, hopefully I get to shenanigans a bit this game.
Yeah, you might have an opportunity to. Alright.
That was cloaking, by the way.
Alright, so this guy is cloaked.
Interesting.
Alright, my turn?
No, I don't think. Or maybe?
Sorry, 1 second.
Gotcha.
Sorry, there was a surprise dad.
Ah. That's fair.
I'm just imagining a dad, like, suddenly, like, chest bursting out like an alien.
Alright, my apologies. I am
No
back.
problem.
Alright. 1, 2, 3. How far is that arcing laser actually? It's not a laser yet.
It's not a laser yet, so it
Also,
has...
I just realized that if it was a laser, I don't need to ask that question.
Correct. If it's an arcing laser, the answer is everywhere.
I mean, technically right now, if it's an arcing laser, the answer is the 2 gods.
I mean, that's also true.
Which is why I'm trying to be careful not to line anyone up.
Arcing lasers do not pierce.
Oh, they don't?
Correct.
They're
I'm not nearly
satellite
as weird
targeting.
then.
Yeah, once it has arcing, it becomes a pointed attack again.
Okay, I did not know that. That is... Oh wait, no, I have one more energy. There we go.
It's not a laser going in a straight line that just, like, stops at each wall and jumps over it and continues on.
It doesn't get to go.
To be fair, now I want a laser that does that and specifically makes that noise. But
And then makes a whoop noise. Alright.
Yeah.
It is someone else's turn. I feel like there was like a specific like sci-fi thing I watched recently that they just had the laser that just went around corners just to follow people. I just
not
can't
moving the
remember.
axle?
Not yet?
I didn't have the energy to. This team currently has an energy production of 15.
Wow. I've got a Gone 100 and somehow I managed to produce 20.
I have a
Which is
Gone 100 as
impressive,
well.
Actually.
But
Yeah,
you
that
have
would do it.
2 S-types. And an
True.
arrows.
True.
You have 3 5 producing energies, so you can't say anything about your Gone. I have 1 5 producing, and everyone else produces 3.
I mean, fair. But at least you get 2 free hexes of movement every turn, right? That's like having 17 energy production instead.
Fair
Arcing
enough.
lasers are not dark side I-beams. That is correct. They merely have global range. They do not also hit everything.
I forgot about those stupid I-beams. Yeah, it was probably just for me watching Young Justice recently.
Nice.
To be fair, Young Justice, pretty good cartoon.
It's too bad they took it out for Titans Go.
They're making another season, I believe, on Netflix.
That's right, I forgot about that. I'm excited.
Oh man.
I want justice for Wally West.
I mean, I'm excited because I just found out the Good Omens TV adaptation casted David Tennant as one of the leads.
They come out with reviews yet for Defenders? Because I'm looking forward to that, but I've noticed there's absolutely no advertisements for it anywhere, which usually is a bad sign.
Whoa, Nukebot just suddenly turned into a missile goat. What happened?
Yeah.
Combinations happen.
I was excited for Nukebot. I haven't seen Nukebot in forever.
Sorry, I'm impatient. I want to start off Missile Go.
That hurts. I think I'm one of the only people who still has a copy of the original printing of Nukebot.
I mean, I did want to play him, but I really want to just start off with this heavy art game missile supremacy.
That's fair. And the original printing of Nukebot should probably be burned in fire. To be removed from memory.
All my robots have gone, so... Oh, wait. Yeah, all my robots have gone, so here we go.
That is beautiful. I love missile goats.
Alright, Kettle, you're up.
My turn, huh?
I'm looking forward
Pressure,
to no one having gotten on a point at all for the first turn.
Yeah,
of
I'm really
point
impressed
control.
by the fact that nobody has said, points are a good idea.
No, like, that was my original plan. I just don't have the movement. We decided that Gon needs to be our noble sacrifice.
What are you talking about? I'm on a point.
Did manage to put a robot on a point.
So, my goal for this entire game is for Vatish just to be on the backline point for this whole game, never touch anything, and never get hit.
You're tempting me, man.
I mean, you can't really hit him right now.
A lot of things.
There are two Gons.
There are two Gons.
And my Gon's got a healer. Let's go.
Technically, both Gons have healers.
And if that fails, I can make another Gon.
Wait, do you have two Gons?
No.
No, I have the Gon 100 and I can combine to the Gon 2000.
Oh, yeah.
The lovely benefit of my commander is she can pop back to life right next to a Gon and then turn into the Gon 2000.
The benefit of... Oh, of course.
Yeah.
So I think our best option is to have Vatis on this back point here.
Yep, I was thinking of that exact point as well.
If you could, next turn, shove my SSM a bit closer, so that way it can get on the point too and start soaking us up some stuff, because it's got the range.
So just put him closer, but not there.
Yeah, you can only move him 2, so if you move him there, I can then walk the rest of the way.
Oh yeah, also the very important things that I totally didn't keep track of before. Apologies. So, we don't have team names. It's very difficult. The team containing Ben and Scott has actually gained 2 points so far because they each combined into a level 2 robot.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So while they have not gotten any points for being on a point, they do get some points. Alright.
Wait, do we want to just come up with team names real quick?
Sure.
Okay, Ben Scott, first thing that pops into your head.
Unicorns.
Unicorns. Alright, I can work with that.
Reggie, Team Mustache?
Yes!
Okay, Team Mustache, let's go.
Okay.
I mean, the other option is to
just
call
a
us,
slow twirl.
The other option is to call ourselves Gangnam Style, but
I kind of like that more now.
I don't think Jesse wants to type that out. And
I also don't want to ever have to say it.
Yeah, I think Jesse's going to kill me for that joke later.
So Team Mustache.
Mustache.
Ooh, I dig the pronunciation.
I also used the, I think the British spelling? I feel like that's British spelling, yeah.
Ben, any chance you could try and move my missile goat closer to the point on your turn?
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
Who's trying to open something?
Oh, we're opening
Oh,
up
it's red.
the term mustache on Google.
Oh, okay. No, we're opening up something on YouTube, it looks like.
Oh.
Oh, God.
Mustaches! Mustaches!
Oh no.
Mustaches! Yes!
Okay.
All right then. That was an interlude.
So
Alright,
I see you guys now all see like the beauty of Tabletop Simulator.
All right.
Normally that tablet's there so people can look through a rule book, but
If you
I
felt
mean-
like looking up mustaches. All right. Cool. So are you done, Kettle?
I can't move anything anymore, so I think so.
All right. Clearing out
Gone
one.
taking point.
All
I
right.
say gone taking point control.
So it is Ben's turn.
I'm just sad I didn't sneak the Mustaches song in so that it just randomly started and none of you realized it.
I have a question about the Ica. So, if the ability hits, it moves something one space anywhere.
3 spaces.
Oh, is that a typo?
It is.
Okay.
Uh-oh. That's a big typo.
It
That's
might just be a confusion with Batista's attack.
Yeah, it may
Which
have
is
gotten
one movement.
confused with Batisse's because Batiste has one movement.
No, so there is definitely a known issue with the printing, with one of the earlier printings. This one probably didn't get caught and fixed. Where for
Okay.
some reason certain robots just have numbers replaced with ones, and we don't know why. So we're working
Okay.
on
Yeah.
fixing that, but that's what that is.
Breeze is currently at Gen Con, so
Yeah.
things are.
So we will get that fixed before we. Obviously, while we've got this out with backers, we have the ability to make some changes. So we will
Yeah,
get
we'll
some
be
things
sending
like
out
that
updates
fixed.
as we add or change things. Jesse, if you want to scroll over to the side panel real quick, one of the things we do have set up is a survey for this demo.
Oh yeah.
So once you're done with that, you can just sign in there and actually send us some feedback.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I didn't realize what that would do. All right, good to know.
Did you? Oh.
I don't know how I'm in it. That was impressive. All right, anyway, sorry. Yeah,
That's-
zephyrworkshop.com/survey. Send us feedback. And yeah,
That's
so we'll probably do some bug fixes and things like that as we find typos and whatnot. So feel free to tell us about those.
Also, if anyone finds anything they think would be really good, scripted, quality of life improvements, whatever, feel free to direct those our way too. Because
yeah,
I wanted to mess with Lua for a while.
anything you think we can improve, we'll be happy to try and do so. Some stuff we can do without sending out a new version of the game. Some stuff we can't. So we'll be keeping in touch with all that once we have it all out. Anyway,
Sure.
go ahead, Ben.
Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move Ica 1, 2.
Uh-huh.
So I'm down to 8. Oh, hold on. Let me recalculate energy here real quick. I'm down to 17 energy. So I've just used 2 to move. I'm going to spend 3 to go ahead and try and beam tentacle this lovely missile goat.
Yeah.
Please, God, don't let me get a 1.
Please, God, one. Oh, God of Snake Eyes.
Yes!
Did it.
All right.
That too is at an angle resting on the other dice. I think.
Oh,
it needs to be rolled.
you're going to do
Definitely a
Warhammer
2,
rolls on
though.
me?
I mean, to be fair, that's what I've done on myself every time I've been on stream.
I'll re-roll it. I don't care.
No, I'm kidding.
Okay.
I've got a buddy who, whenever we're playing Settlers of Catan, if the dice take anything, then it needs to be re-rolled.
Oh, you still have
I'm still
friends
gonna
after
do it.
playing Catan. That's cute.
All right, so you
I
can.
mean,
I
not like
had
it's
friends
diplomacy.
before we played that last game of Catan, but then I won, so I
So
don't know if they're still friends.
You want this moved closer to the point, right, Scott?
Yeah.
So let's go 1, 2, 3.
Perfect.
Plop. All right.
Maybe 1 point closer to the center so we have more threat.
So like up
Okay.
here.
Sure.
Yeah, that's better.
Woo. I have great things that are going to be happening to that. Don't you worry. So the next thing is the arrows 3,000 is up 3. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And they're going to get combined.
Oh shit.
So paying 8. This guy's a very expensive date.
To be fair, refuels.
He does have
Yes,
refuel.
it does refuel, which I'm very, very thankful for.
And you got a point up to 3.
And guess who's never moving ever again?
The arrow 6,000. Surprise.
You really shouldn't say those things
You really
around.
shouldn't say those things around Vatus. Like,
Batiste will move things wherever he wants them.
That
Is it heavy? Oh, it's not heavy. If
It
it
is
was
not
heavy,
heavy.
I would. If it was heavy, I would ruin your day.
This is
so
true.
new plan, move that next turn rather than my SSM.
I kind of wanted to, anyways.
Okay, so the arrows
that makes
has,
more sense. They'll get less points.
I do have refuel, so I'm going to refuel up to 9, because he gets his cost back. If I'm reading this correctly. Now arrows can't do anything because he's
Correct.
now just
Nah.
he plopped in. He's getting the lay of the land.
He
It's a
gives you
very
your
strange-
energy back, but you cannot use him yet.
It's true. It's a strange land here. He's gotta explore a little bit. So my Gecko's gonna move next. He's gonna move 3.
Hi, poor Punky. Thanks for dropping in. Yeah, those of us who are at Gen Con, I think, are having a good time so far. Getting everything set up. Thanks
And-
for checking in.
And my Esper's gonna move 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hello, everybody.
Aggressive.
Yes. Hey, I have double move. Do I want a double move? I don't think I want a double move. I'm happy where I'm at. I'm gonna stay here.
Alright.
Fair enough.
Evade 1, huh?
Yes. Yeah.
It'll be fine.
So you're done, Ben?
I am done. Yes.
Alright.
Do we get more points for having more robots on the control points?
Yes.
Is there anyone
I
that's...
should really read the rules.
Do they have any heavy or anything that... They have a lot of arcing.
Yeah.
So
It
you
isn't
will be
gonna move
denying them a
much.
lot of points by moving the arrows off of the point.
Yeah.
You'll be denying them.
Denies 2 points in general, right?
So, Reggie, good idea might be to keep your gun on this back point here. That way, if they try to spawn anything near our back line behind my gun, it can't then destroy all of our squishies.
That's a good idea. So
Mhm.
we'll 1, 2, 3.
Gone strategy.
And then Batiste can get on the point as well, so we'll get some good points from that.
1, 2.
Sweet.
And then I think we're gonna have our first attack.
Alright. Shooting.
By the way, the spawn point is not a solid wall, correct?
It kind of is. They're hard to it's a solid wall unless something has spawned on it. Essentially.
Okay.
You do still
Right.
have line of sight on the Esper.
Oh yes.
Well, I could also move him forward more as well.
You could, although his main action is heavy.
Oh, I did not realize that. Alright, then I will not.
Wait.
Yeah, because I just want to...
Please kill my Esper, please.
Oh, 2 dice. But I have to hit 3 or better, right?
You are.
Yes.
He has evade
yes.
1.
Wait, hold on. It's 3 dice, 3 or better, not 2, I believe.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I was looking at the wrong numbers. I was looking at whatever. Anyways, dice.
Yay!
It wouldn't have hit even without the evade.
He's alive.
Yep.
In-game high five, Scott.
Hold on, let me figure out how to do that.
Ha.
Push to talk is not making this easy.
Where's Blue? Where's Blue?
Push to talk is inferior. All must hear my voice.
Alright, what next?
I don't think I can move the L up without someone getting hurt.
Might be fine. Yeah, no, I'd keep it there.
Yeah, your gun's not far enough up to completely block L from just getting destroyed. We can combine with each other's robots, right? Across teams.
Not.
Not at this second, mostly because we don't have a good answer to the question, who controls that robot?
Pretty much.
If you have suggestions on how to solve that problem, we'd love to hear them, because it's plagued us for a while.
Asking the other player.
So, alright, so for example, can you combine with all of Kettle's robots, each individually, and now Kettle has 10 levels of robots under his control? And you're no longer playing the game? In that situation, are you now allowed to bring in guys in point control because you have 0 robots, even though they're really part of Kettle's team?
Alright, I see there's more issues here than just people infighting on who gets the robots.
Yeah, there's some weird stuff that can come up about, like, how it counts, especially in point control. And so while we would like to let you do it, at the moment, we don't have a good rules answer to those questions.
As for getting the robot levels, if you're discussing, I assume you try and split it up evenly, as well as, I would say for placing new robots, all you have to do is limit the teams to, for 2v2, it would be limiting both teams to 10 overall levels, and once someone loses a robot that is multiple levels, then you give robots back to whoever has the lower amount of levels afterwards.
Okay. An interesting thought.
But anyways, that sounds too complex to try and work out right now.
Yeah, I'm intrigued and would like to discuss more, but I think that'll take a bit of time. So let's talk about it more at another point.
This L is the only thing that plagues me, and I don't think I should move it. So
You can move Axel.
oh wait, my Actal, yes,
Back there.
he exists. We're cloaking him.
Oh,
2, 3, 4. Wait a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
just
Why
going.
not?
Fair
They don't
enough.
have
Him
a regular
advancing up
laser,
might
right?
be.
They don't have a regular laser, right?
Stell technically does.
Stella's a regular laser.
I thought she was arcing.
It can be made arcing.
Not
Oh,
anymore. Stell no longer ever arcs lasers. Her commander
okay.
ability has changed.
Oh, I am not familiar with new Stell. Oh, right, it's the new arrest mandate one.
Yeah,
Well, if she doesn't arc, then this straight in the middle is probably the best thing. So, what were you saying, that Actal is better up front? Or...
I'd rather have Axel on the front lines, to be honest, than
Right.
cloaked in the back.
So
The
he was
cloaking
here.
robots especially are our best bets
3,
for like, taking out
4.
their back line.
All right. If you are cloaked, do you still get points on the capture point?
you uncloak. Yes, you do.
Okay.
So cloaking robots can be really effective for like trolling points and things like that. They have a lot of added utility.
All right. And I have 2 of them. Anyways, I'm good.
Fun size, I'm grabbing your comment and saving it off so that we have it added to the discussion. Thank you very much for the feedback.
No problem.
So, let's see. Yeah, a few commanders have some. There are a few really interesting strategies, point control wise. Like Batiste, who can just push people off it. Cloaking robots. Energy burn is actually a really interesting thing in point control.
Because they
Burned
don't.
robots aren't technically destroyed.
That's really powerful. Wow, I didn't realize that.
It has some potential.
I
But
mean,
as
it's
long as they
mostly.
stay on the points.
I have a
I mean, the most
suggestion.
effective use of that would be like sending an IPL in and managing to catch a whole bunch of people on one point.
Oh, right. Sorry, Port Ponky. I totally missed yours. Thanks for pointing it out. Thank you also for the feedback. That's a really good point as well.
Well, what if when you combine the robot, the two teammates then spin off their own game of Aegis, and the winner gets to have the robot?
You play a sub game of Aegis every time you combine in
Oh,
order
God,
to
we're
determine who gets the robot.
Can we please not make Scheherazade a core part of our rule set?
B movie, but every time they say B, it's replaced with.
It's
sub
replaced
game
with a
of
game of
Aegis.
Aegis.
and then every time they combine, it's replaced with another B movie.
Oh no. Alright.
Reginald, no, stop.
What
So-
was that video
So,
that's.
whose turn is it anyway?
Reggie's done, so it's Scott's turn, I believe, right?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Nope, all good. I don't think we called it out.
Sorry, I thought I did. There was some picture someone sent. I think it was Genevieve like 2 weeks ago. It was like B movie, but every time they say B, it's replaced with another movie. But then every time they say this word, it's replaced with like Rickroll.
I mean, my favorite was still All Star by Smash Mouth, but every time they say the word the, it's replaced with the B movie trailer. But every time it plays the B movie trailer, it gets faster.
Oh no.
Why are these things the internet does?
To be fair, those are like the most enjoyable memes I've seen come through the internet in a while.
Alright.
Like, I like
All right,
those.
let's get some justice in here.
Go for it.
Justice?
Laser type justice, and I have to hit the gun. So
Justice gun morphing? No? No one else watched Lulico? Okay.
no.
Justice. I did not notice it was named Justice. I like that.
You're shooting at
They all have to be 1 and above, so that's a single damage to the gun.
kaboom.
Did somebody make a
No.
Gone Snow pun earlier?
Gone Snow. I feel like
I
you
did
shouldn't
not,
make a
but I
Gone
did.
Snow thing just because that's still a thing that people don't want spoiled, including me.
I mean, Gone Snow is just a pun on the name.
Yeah, but sometimes puns go further into spoilers.
Fair, fair. I mean, I care so little about spoilers that I watched the episode that got leaked today. So,
Whoa, what?
season 7, episode 6 got accidentally leaked in Spain and Norway. They aired it instead of episode 5 for like 1 hour, and
Oh god.
Spain dropped the ball, but Norway got some high quality videos of it.
All right, and this will go to firing also at the gun.
I mean, I'm still watching it again on Sunday because it was a great episode.
Pew
So.
pew pew pew.
I mean, I just haven't finished watching season 6 after the door.
Oh no.
I keep telling you, man, get through Battle of the Bastards at least.
Zeroed.
And that's
I
per
just haven't
success.
gotten back to it. Currently, I'm busy rewatching season 2 of Whose Line Is It Anyways.
There you
Okay,
go.
fair.
The old one.
Oh,
by
for
the
son of
way.
a bitch.
even
Yeah,
with
language.
even with arrest mandate, couldn't get it. That's rough.
Whew.
What happened? How?
SSM tried to
Trying
shoot.
to SSM the gun.
It did not go well.
All right, I guess.
Oh,
I'll,
that
I
wasn't a
guess my
single
initials fair.
hit. Oh, okay.
What's my range here? It's 3.
I didn't realize that
Port
Have a good one, Port Bonky.
SSM-3000 actually loses 1 damage off the SSM-100, wasn't it?
It
Sorry?
does lose a damage, but it gains radius.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair enough. But it's the same accuracy, which is cool.
Yeah. It is the same accuracy.
The radius is stronger than you think.
Radius is pretty powerful.
Wow.
Oh, no pew pew.
You know what? Let's just reroll one of those.
That was both of them?
There we go. Proper reroll.
Yeah!
Got it. 1 damage.
I mean, the one you were rolling still
One
got a
was
1
on.
before, but...
Alright, I'm at energy.
Wait, why am I using dice? We've got some fancy
oh yeah, fancy
damage tracking
integrity
tokens
trackers.
now, which should really be scaled down in the final release.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, they will be. They will also be scaled down in basically everything else. They are not this size in the actual.
I haven't finished
They're
scaling down
actually
the tokens
twice the
quite to
size
the
of the
size yet.
cards.
Yeah, I haven't finished scaling down the tokens to a reasonable size yet. Don't worry.
I'm glad... I was hoping the gears were more tang, but I am glad for how these gears look. that's the actual size of the damage tokens. They're
Oh, that's
actually
just the
made
one
out of
damage
pure
token.
metal,
You can
and
see
you
the
have
vibe.
to hold. You have to strap them to your body, and every time you take damage, it's heavier and heavier.
Yeah, but that's just the -1 tokens. The -5
somebody can
tokens.
go. I'm done.
per person.
Oh, all right. Kettle's turn.
Oh,
The
Kettle's turn.
-5 tokens, you're basically Atlas.
And
Okay.
we have the first point gained for Team Mustache because Luxiana is on a point with only allies.
So Salve's going to attempt to heal the Gon.
Oh,
Oh, I forgot about contesting.
Yes, if you send a cloaked unit into their back line there and just stand on their like that point they've got there, they're going to be very sad.
they have to find a way to deal with that, which is difficult.
And I think we've got a stronger team for holding the middle point, so we'll see. Okay, healing.
Oh, I forgot Gon could defend himself.
Okay, Gon is healed for 2.
Gone. It's done.
I spent how much energy doing that 2 damage?
Gon is
Only
going to walk up here.
12, 15.
Now Gon is going to use his defense buff.
And make all of you sad.
Refuse or higher.
Yes!
Yeah.
Gone is
Gone.
defense buff.
Has a... Let me find it. Defense buff! Showing off all these fancy new tokens that will actually be included in the final release of Aegis. We just haven't had them in before.
Yeah.
Now, SSM's going to advance 1, 2.
I'm curious, if you are using
I
a
know.
burst attack, is it more important to go with the main target's defense when encountering evade, or is it the highest evade in the entire group of what's being hit?
It's the target's evade.
The target's evade, okay.
So, like, usually it's the first thing in a line.
By the way, if anyone's confused why I have 2 energy markers on my board, it's because I put 1 down for my max energy.
I'm going to damage
That's not a bad
buff
idea.
on my commander. It's perfect accuracy, so that's just 3 energy. Now I will march 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and I will attempt to murder Scythe the Esper.
Oh, there's even an ability target token. So I'll just go ahead and put that on your little Gon here.
Why?
Because he's targeted by a rest mandate, right?
No, Arrest Mandate doesn't target anymore. Arrest Mandate has the same name as it used to have, but is a completely different ability now. It's kind of weird.
Never mind.
So now it basically, whoever Stell shoots, the rest of her team gets rerolls against.
To be fair, you can put the target token on it for that turn.
Yeah, you can do that once.
It's any robot that gets hit by my allies, according to the card.
Yeah.
So I don't have to tag it with Stell. I can tag it with my missile goat if I wanted.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Which is a hell of a lot of tagging.
You can tag with anything you want, and then hit him. True. Pew pew.
But the first robot that attacks does not get that ability, correct?
That is no hits on the Esper, because I was looking for 4s or higher.
0.
Against the evasion. That's sad.
Wait, no. Oh yeah, evasion is OP, right?
E.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, I mean rolling 2 3s when I was looking for 4s is the sad part.
I mean, yeah. If you had been hitting something that wasn't evasive, you would have just done 3 damage. So like.
And SSM will advance up 1.
All right.
Carry on, my wayward Ben.
Okay. So that is the end of this turn cycle. Real quick recap. We are now at 3 points for unicorns. Or wait, no. Yeah, 3 points for unicorns and 1 point for Team Moustache. Go ahead, Ben.
Do we get any points for point control?
So at the start of your turn, you gain 1 point.
No, that's Stell.
Oh, no, just kidding.
Scott. Yeah.
You gain no points because there is a contested point.
Oh, and it only counts for... Yeah, that makes sense. Right.
So you don't gain any points at the start of Ben's turn.
It's like TF2 capture point rules. Nothing happens if there's even one scout on the point.
Yep.
Maybe I should combine my get then. Oh well.
Ben here. Oh, Ben had to go take a bathroom break. Gotcha.
Ah.
Alright, well, while we wait for the return of Ben, let's just run through some of these assets real quick, and also look at this gigantic -1 integrity counter. So we have boards, point trackers, energy trackers, and energy tracker tokens all set up on the side. We have reference cards with a whole bunch of the different rules for quick reference so that you can understand how to use the tabletop sim demo, how to play different game modes, and things like that.
Okay.
Oh, Ben is
I'm
back.
excellent
Perfect.
at
Alright, it is your turn.
Excellent. Stop moving my arrows, jerk.
Don't let that fall. It might actually really mess up the table if it.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
That's so big. Did my flying guy get hurt at all?
Nope.
Your flying guy has not been hurt at all.
Okay.
The wee little
So
gear.
this gun right here, right here, I gotta kill it.
Yeah, it's gotta die.
It needs to go right meow. So
Good luck with that.
I think let me check some line of sight here.
So the arrows. Oh, okay. I see what you're doing. Never mind. Go right ahead.
Let's see.
So honestly, I think as long as we keep these Gons up and running, we can just play the long game and not even have to worry about killing any of their robots.
Kinda. What you need to do is get a cloaked robot onto their back point there, though.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see the energy. I have 14. That's not nearly enough.
Are you going to try moving the arrows onto the point?
I actually don't know.
Considering doing other things.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do some other things because I want that Gon toasted. He needs to die.
You want it gone?
So what I'm gonna do is the first thing I'd like to do is use the laser arrow soul on the gun. So I'm gonna spend 4 energy and do just that.
Alright. So we're arcing a laser.
Do you? Yep. Go right ahead.
Okay, so here's hoping that thing gets toasted. That's 4 dice. I'm looking for 2s. Please get toasted.
Nice.
Hey.
I take 2 damage.
Oh, what?
It
Not
has a
3?
defense buff, which is handily marked with our plus defense marker.
I'm just going to scale this defense marker down a tiny bit.
It's fair.
that sucks. Well, it's 2
Mm.
damage at least. Okay. The next thing I'd like to do with the lovely arrows is I would like to laser arrow Mars my Esper. So I'm going to spend 2 more
To accuracy boost.
to accuracy boost to the Esper.
I'm curious. Do you have to use beneficial boosts on things with beacon as well?
Yes, if they are in line of sight.
Yes.
Okay, that is funny.
Yeah, I would have to
If an
boost
enemy's
it.
action can target, it must target.
Okay. So thankfully I cannot. So I'm going to use my laser arrow.
Yep.
Dang it. All right.
Rip.
So he's not doing much. So instead I'm going to move all right. It's fine.
Everything is great.
I'm going to move him 1
This is fine.
2 and I'm
Careful,
going
you're in Gecko's range now.
I'm okay with it. I think I'm okay with it.
He's been in Gecko's range.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm
Gecko
gonna
shot at him last round.
I'm gonna twin pistol. So that's another 2 energy. And hey, guess what? I'm looking for 3s because arrows has failed me.
But 6s do a bonus damage, and that was a 5 and a 6.
So it's 3 damage to
Minus
the
2 damage.
Gon, which is now 2 damage because
Yeah.
evil Gon is evil.
Well, you've got it down to 3 integrity. If you can get rid of it before his next turn, you're going to be in good shape.
So here's the beautiful thing. I think I'm in line of sight and range with my sniper, which I am.
Yep.
So Gecko 200.
Yeah.
However, you do have to
You
roll
do have to roll
crit.
6s. Glad to do any damage.
Correct.
What was that?
It will have
You
to roll a 6 in order to do damage.
Oh, that's right. Well, you know what? No guts, no glory. Let's do it.
I
So-
mean, yeah, you don't really have anything else to do with your bots this turn. Or your energy, I should say.
Well-
Alright. 1 minus 1 is 0.
Hey, it was worth a try.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's my turn.
Alright. Over to Reggie. Your team gains 1 point, Reggie.
2 points.
Oh. Oh yeah, that's your
Gon
Gon. Sorry.
and Batiste.
I forget whose Gon is whose. Yes, 2 points.
Back Gon is protecting Batiste. Batiste is using his metal shield.
Perfect.
So here's my question to you. Do you think I should just move the arc over and then try and have the L do a double kill?
You could do that. Either that, or you can move the Esper 1 closer to my Gon. That way, if he tries to fire Missile Goat at it, it'll be caught in the flash.
Missile Goat has a splash of 2.
Oh, it does. Right. Never mind.
Actually, I know exactly what I'm gonna do. I forgot about that. I love it.
Yeah, if you move the arc over and then move the L and try to kill both of those in one shot, the L can deal with the evasion.
So we're gonna 1, 2. I think is all I need to move to
Yep,
try
I
and
would
target the
target
arc.
the arc. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh wait, I need 1 more movement for that. There we go.
Does my evasion not come into play here?
No,
Not
because
if
he's
it's
targeting
the
the arc.
radius from it targeting the arc.
Okay, perfect. That is exactly what I want. So, it was 3 movement. 1, 2, 3. So the L is going to use dual fire missiles. And we're going to roll 2.
That's what
That
I like
was
to see.
neither of what I wanted. So I needed a minimum of 1 because my backup plan was to then combine with the Gecko and then just use detonate.
Fair.
But
I mean, the Gecko can still shoot something. Like,
oh, I know what I can do. 1, 2, 3.
oh, fair.
1, 2. 1, 2, 3. And then it costs 2 energy.
Yep, and you will have to hit on 3s or better because evasion will matter this time.
That's unfortunate. Are you freaking
I mean, that
kidding?
adds to a 3.
That's almost right.
I see that my luck is back in full force.
Well, I mean, yeah, after last week.
Alright, fine. Gecko's just gonna shoot an arc.
Can
Alright, you
it?
know what?
Gecko can't shoot an arc from here, I don't think.
No, I think it has line of sight. It's directly on the diagonal.
To arc? Oh yeah, I guess.
It's on a straight line.
You're right.
Has line of sight.
Actually, I changed my mind anyways. I think what Gecko's actually gonna do is he's just gonna cloak 4. 1,
If
2,
only this game had
3.
lookout, sir.
They can't do anything with that, right?
No, it's cloaked.
Yeah, but if they have a laser, they can still just target the L and go through it, is what I'm asking.
If they had a laser like here, yes.
And they'd have to target the arc, not the L.
Yeah, the arc would have to move out of the way.
Well,
Okay.
don't laser robots still technically block line of sight? Sorry,
You
cloaking
mean
robots.
cloaked robots?
Oh yeah. So you'd have to shoot
Cloaked
like through
robots do block line
something.
of sight, technically.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all kind of a moot point because I don't think there's any way for a laser robot to get there this turn anyway.
Well, that is all of my disappointment.
Alright, Scott is up, and because Stella's on an uncontested point.
Wait a second. Should I move my Acto back? Do you think I should try and use Batiste to move my Acto back real quick?
Nah, no point.
Okay.
Alright.
Apple's
So,
not an
1
immediate
point for
advantage.
us.
so 1 point for Team Unicorns. Up
Question.
to 4. Yes.
How's the gun looking?
The Gon has
got
3
3 health.
integrity.
Three integrity and defense buff.
If you could annihilate it, I would love you for.
I have options.
So the SSM has
Is
some
Reggie
collateral
Rolls
damage
the new,
implications.
A little bit.
The new meme.
Ah.
Like, should I add that to the list of hashtags we've got under the Twitch channel?
Tag Reggie rolls.
Actually, I tell you what, I don't care if my Esper dies. So
Well,
if you
I
wanna
mean,
do
you
it-
shouldn't be. It's unlikely that he's going to destroy the Esper here, but it will do a little.
It's also unlikely he'll destroy the Gon.
Yeah.
Alright, let's play it safe. Let's do the conservative, predictable strategy. I'm going to move Stell down 1 and then fire.
All right, so you just spend 5
zero
energy to
damage.
effectively gain rerolls after that point.
Yes.
Okay.
Yummy. Oh.
Hits on ones.
Oh.
Hits on ones. Just rolling as a formality. It's a defense buff of 2, right?
Defense buff of 1.
1.
These Gons are kind of annoying.
Gon is a pretty powerful robot.
It is.
It's very useful
does-
against things like a lot of arcing lasers and missiles.
It happens to be very effective against the long-range team.
Moving the arc and then attacking with my soaring arc blade.
Yeah.
Only a single energy.
In for a 3. Did it.
Oh, hell yeah. Didn't even need to give the reroll.
That'll be 2 damage.
Gone
Gone.
is
Stick
down
with
to 1.
That
If-
does hella damage.
If you can
Hell yeah.
yeah, it's very powerful. If you can find a way to do 1 point of damage to Gon this turn,
I could, but the price might just be too high.
I mean,
You'd have to target Stell and you'd have to target Ark at the same time.
Yeah, you have to hit the.
But it's okay because you'd hit Luxiana too. This is not a bad thing.
It could maybe work out.
Luxiana doesn't care.
I
Yeah,
mean,
doesn't
it does
care.
gain points for their team to destroy
Yes.
Luxiana.
True.
Every
I-
time
I think
Luxiana
it's a-
dies, she does give points to your opponent in point control, which is interesting.
I think it's a good trade, me personally. But
Alright, let's do it.
You have the potential to gain 2 points.
Alright, let's get some burst rockets in here.
and it's a dead Gon, and the only.
Oh,
good-
you were looking at something different than I was. I was saying that the arrow's already moved, didn't he?
Arrows ain't mine.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alright. Death from above for everybody.
Rolling the dice.
I'm drum rolling on my table right now.
1.
1 damage to everything.
Needs a 5 or better.
Yep.
Ah,
So you need to reroll one of them and get a 5 or better. Oh, not all
just one
of
of
them.
them. Just
One
one
of
of them.
them. Only highlight one.
There we go. Oh.
oh no!
1 damage to the Arc Esper and Luxiana.
So guys, 1 reroll means I get to reroll all of my dice once, right?
No.
Bring out the damage tokens.
Alright. So Luxiana's at 1, Esper's at 3, Arc is at 3, Gon remains alive at 1.
Wow,
They
I
shouldn't be alive
still
at
have
all.
A lot of
I-
energy.
And I think, are you done, Scott, or do you have anything else?
Well, I can make movie in aid. I'll do that.
Yeah, you don't have access to any, like, funky combines that do this, right? No.
Can you?
Not from here.
And isn't there a second guy with beacon around here?
There is another
There
Gon
is.
back
Oh, but it's all over there. I can't hit it.
Hey, can you stun up the Luxiana maybe?
No.
Nope, because the beacon.
Oh.
I need has arcing. Which is great
Actually,
most of the
this
time.
is too close to Luxie right there. I'm gonna just move her over there.
Yeah, go ahead and get gone with the stun and stun the arc.
Don't do that.
Do no damage and stun and hurt myself. Yeah, that sounds like a great plan.
It does, yeah.
Alright, so it's Kettle's
Alright, my turn's
Honestly,
done.
I think it's your best option at this point. It's the only way to stop your own embarrassment.
Well, Gon, you've done good. I'm proud of you, Gon.
I kind of am just hoping you combine it into the better Gon, just
So
to
what we
ruin-
need right now is a hero.
Is this an AoE attack or something?
Luxiana is going to attack the... Let's go with the Esper.
pew pew. Da.
4s, right? I think.
4s. Ooh,
Dang.
2 damage.
Ooh.
Esper to 1.
Yay.
Now we combine. The last 4 gone. You will be reborn.
With the next Gon.
With Gon as my witness.
As Gon.
Ooh.
I'm sorry, Gon puns are like a prerequisite to playing Aegis with me.
Oh no, no, do you both have Gone 2000?
Yes! We both have Gons and Gon 2000.
Well, this
There are-
game just got a lot less fun for me.
Many Gons available.
I will choose not to use Gon's defense shell in this situation on Combine.
That's reasonable.
Is
And
there?
Let's
Because
move a step to the side, and now we'll damage buff the SSM. Which will succeed automatically. SSM will fire the first barrage at the Arc. Looking for 5.
ooh, ooh.
Wow.
Oh, that is 3 damage to the Arc.
Oh, wow.
SSM will fire the second barrage at the Arc.
Isn't the Arc
Alright,
dead?
it's dead.
The Arc's dead.
SSM will fire the second barrage at the Inade. Is it in range?
It's in range, but it
It
has
is.
range evade.
I don't care. 6s, let's go.
He's rolling those dice.
Nothing.
I didn't mean to drop it there, I just moved the Arc. Ready? Set.
Alright.
That is a 6. 2 damage to the Inade.
Ugh.
And
Ooh.
your team gains a point for destroying a level 1 robot.
Wahahaha. And a point for me combining.
Oh yeah, that too.
Let's see, what else do I want to do with my turn? Now, the South will advance 1. And actually, the South will go 1, 2.
So all 3
Yeah.
of their damage. No, wait. Stell doesn't have arcing, but Stell only does 1 damage.
So, Ben, I've got some bad news about my team.
Yes.
It doesn't really do damage anymore.
I mean, you have some reinforcements to bring in.
Oh my god, you have the 600. Ugh.
Yeah, for 600 is really
Hell
funny.
yeah.
That's like the trolliest robot for point control. It's great.
You have some
Jeez.
stuff you can bring in. Alright, so before Ben gets started, I just want to run through the points. Unicorns has 4 points. Team Moustache has 5 points, which is a slight shift in power from where we were last round.
It's just
All
gonna
right.
keep going.
Go ahead. So at the start of your turn, you gain nothing, because you don't have any robots on points that are uncontested.
Yeah, so it turns out all these arcing AoE has turned into a huge asset. I mean, a huge liability.
Mm,
I was gonna say I don't see it shining through so far, but I'm excited to see your plan for it.
Whew.
Yeah, I messed up. My other plan last turn was to just combine into the get some and then grab it down onto our side of the board.
Oh,
That would be awesome.
It would have been, but oh well.
That's
I made a choice and it was the wrong one.
Hey, I'm here for fun. I don't.
I'm here to roll dice so bad that it looks like all my cleverly thought out strategies and maniacal schemes. I really feel like I resonate with Batiste. Like, I come up with some good villainous plans, but because I'm such a dick, it just never goes through.
that gun 2000, is that the Poppets?
That's mine. I'm here to make Gon puns, so I think I'm the only one of us here who's happy right now.
So that's the excess technically.
no. So it's
No, no, it's
on
mine.
it's on Kettle's team.
Poppet.
okay.
I'm using the Poppet Cracker.
It has
Oh.
no defense buff currently.
So what I think I might do.
So you do have some potential to just take it out here, which would
You
be
do.
pretty good.
Yeah.
But to be there, it's there to be annoying for a turn.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna just start focusing fire. So here's the deal. Let's just start with the arrows because it's fun times. So I have a question. If I accuracy buff the SSM 3000 on Scott's team, will that persist until his turn?
Yes. Yes.
Wonderful. Then I'm gonna start with that.
All right.
Yeah, that'd be
Scott,
pretty.
Scott,
bad
prepare
plan.
to be missile god. I hope.
Missile guy.
No, just Missile Goat in all caps, the greatest of all time.
All All right, here we go.
You did it.
It's Missile Goat, but with one letter capitalized.
All right.
It's got to
so
be something like odd, like it's got to be like the O in goat.
And then it's time. It's time for the Gon to go away. As much as
Okay,
I
it's
can.
Missile Goat versus Luxigana. Let's go.
All right.
Just
So
be
the
careful.
Gon,
He could combine that thing away like he did last time.
the Gon 2000 needs to go away. So I'm gonna shoot it with
Level
laser
three
arrow
roll
soul.
Like
You can't stop the hype.
So Kettle,
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that if your Gon didn't make it, my next plan was just to demoralize them by doing Shifty and putting Gon in directly that exact same control point.
Boom. 3
Sweet.
damage.
So
Because
that's
he
3
has
damage.
perfect distance to go to from this point to that point.
I am going to in a last ditch effort with the Esper attempt to hit the Gon. So that's 2 more energy coming from me Esper. So I'm looking for 3s over here. Hey, that's a couple. Oh, double crit. So that is
Gon is dead.
no
Wow.
kidding. Nice job.
Whoa,
You
you get
gain-
the Gon?
2 points for that.
That was 4 damage.
Or, wait, hold
Not
on.
big.
Is it 2 points or is it many more points than that?
Was the Inade damage? The
Oh, no,
Inade
sorry.
damage-
You
We're
gained
about to
3
run
points
into
for that
another
because you
weird
destroyed a
wording
combined
issue.
robot.
Yeah.
So you guys go all the way up to 7 points for that.
So, Jesse, we're about to run into another wording weirdness with Luxiana.
Okay.
By rules as written, technically, I could bring in 2 things on the spawn points and then bring her back in on one of the robots because she's dead.
Yeah, so what we're going to do to solve for that is add some text not on her card that says that you can only do that if you have a spot open on your team.
Yep.
Essentially.
Oh, I
Okay.
figured. I'm just saying. It's
Yeah, it currently as written, it's not clear.
Just put that in kind of like rules
if I
errata.
keep doing that, they keep getting points for the dead Luxiana anyway. So
They
I
do
think-
get
I
more
guess
points
it
for the
balances out.
Luxiana, but I think having a 6-robot team would be pretty overpowered.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
move the Gecko up 1, and then I am totally within range of the L, and I have line of sight. So the L, I'm going to shoot at with Snipey.
Oh shoot,
I think-
L doesn't actually have dodge.
Correct.
It doesn't. We gave it damage on death instead.
All right, so going for
To be
snipes. with
fair,
the
if he kills it, you can ping the Esper 100 for 1 damage.
So
1
that is
damage.
1 damage.
1 damage. Thank you, sir.
No
Thank
problem.
you.
I have
are a
bunch of those lying
gentleman.
around now. I have an entire Gon health pool of those lying around now.
Okay, so I believe that is the end of my turn. Yeah, I'm very pleased with that performance.
Yeah, that was a phenomenal turn. Really made up for all my missed dice rolls.
Oh, don't forget.
Oh, yeah.
If we
We
had a
have a
little counter thing
handy
for your SSF
Tracker token over here.
So, a small request. Can you move your Gon off the point and in between my SSM and that spawn point?
Yeah, I can just walk him over there.
Yeah.
But I
So,
want
like,
you to witness
here or
the
here?
glory of what I have come up with.
I hope I get to. The dice don't seem to like that.
Wait, can you just
One.
bring? Can you just bring that Gon back?
You're moving. Oh, yeah. Can I bring. No, I
No.
can bring Luxiana back.
Oh, okay.
You have
Okay.
successfully dealt with 1 Gon.
So, look at all of these people within like 3 spaces of each other.
Ha.
1, 2, 3.
Oh.
God.
Oh.
Oh.
No dice rolls
Are you
required.
going to at least fire off its sniper cannon first?
Yes, that
something?
was the plan.
Wait,
So
what's
I'm
happening?
gonna fire off its sniper cannon at the Gecko.
So you're
So
rolling
Gecko's
1
the
die
only
for that
ones-
because you did move it? Okay. Cool.
Hopefully it's 6. Yeah, 4. That's 1 damage to the Gecko.
Yay. And this
Oh, this is going
requires
to be ridiculous.
no dice rolls.
Wait, what?
Oh.
Oh.
Doop.
Oh.
Says 1, 2, 3, and then 5.
Well, that's a dead Inade and a dead Esper.
2, 3,
Wait, my
4,
Inade from what?
5.
2 damage detonate.
Detonate?
Esper isn't going to die, but
Wait, what's
Esper
detonating?
only has 1 life.
what? No, it's
when
only
that
taking
thing
1
is
damage.
spawned.
It only
Oh,
took 1
yeah.
damage? I thought it took 2.
Yeah, no, the Esper's
No,
toast.
that's
It has
free.
3 on it.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah,
I thought it only
Esper's
took
not
1.
dead. To be fair, you can just actual shoot it instead of actual stab it. Should be fine.
Yeah.
Anyways, so the Inade also leaves.
So you gain a point for combining.
No,
and
the
then
Inade
2
dies. The Inade took 2 damage.
Yeah.
And now it's taking 2 more damage. The Inade's dead.
Yup.
Yes, the Esper's still there.
So 1 point
It is? How?
to 6, 2
It
more
had 3 life.
points.
It only took
to 8.
2 damage.
It had 1 health left.
What
Oh.
did it take damage from besides Missile Goat?
It got
It
hit
also-
for 1 previously.
I swore it already took damage. It had a 3
Yeah.
damage marker on it.
Yeah, because
Okay.
it had 1 damage on it previously. I forget.
Oh, right. Luxiana stabbed it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
it took 2 damage from Luxiana. I have
All
1
right.
life.
So
Never
you
mind.
gain a point for combining, plus a point for each robot destroyed, plus you get 2 points because you blew up multiple robots at the same time. So that was
That's
a
5
5-point
points, whereas
play.
13.
Oh, I didn't realize. So then 2 more points then.
Yeah.
I already moved it up 3.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Ooh.
I didn't realize that the 2 points was on top of the points you already get for just destroying robots.
Yep.
So that was even better than I thought it was.
Wow. Yeah, that was a play.
See, I was going to hold that combined just to get rid of the Esper 600 the second it came out, but it was just too good.
That's a pretty good.
We have other ways to deal with the Esper 600. It's fine.
All right.
We
That
have
was a thing.
ways. So that took up most of my energy.
So with 3 energy
1,
remaining.
2, 3. That's the best I can do, but I feel like
Fair
that was
enough.
worth it.
Oh, no, I'm not complaining.
Wow. That was certainly a turn.
Not
Channeling
complaining.
my inner maniacal genius.
All right. So
Okay, so,
it's Scott's turn.
only Scott can bring in 2 robots.
Team Unicorns
I
gains a
can't.
point.
Any 2 robots?
Any 2 of the ones that are left alive. So hold on. So the Inade is dead and this is dead. So you've got those 3.
Oh, my dead guys I can't bring in?
Correct. You can only bring in live guys.
Oh.
They're like a
Yeah.
reinforcement bank, basically.
Okay, well then I guess that makes that choice easy.
Ah.
And
And
it
so,
comes in on
all
the
right.
spawn points.
Yeah, so
not
you can
the-
bring them in
Oh, that's what those are.
on any of these 4.
Alright.
Too bad we don't have our own. Oh
You
wait,
know,
we do have an SSM, which is the perfect thing to fight an Esper, really.
if you put your Esper here,
Oh, I can go to any spawn point.
you could end up in their point, and they currently don't have anything back there to stop you.
I mean, can get lucky.
Nah.
I mean, you'd have to hit it with, I think, only SSM.
Alright, let's do this. How much energy I got now?
I think what he's saying is he was suggesting you put it back there so that the Esper could try and just make work of like Vatisse or something.
Fair.
Yeah, but it's not gonna work out.
Yeah, the Esper. I think if you have an Esper 600, you have to live with the fact that it will die. It's just what it does beforehand and how obnoxious it is and how many turns it takes.
I don't have the robots to do silly stuff like that right now. Alright, let's get this
To be
started.
entirely honest, if he did that, I was going to combine into the SSM on my next turn and Missile Goat push it into that Batiste to kill it.
That's right.
Yo,
you
do I
have
got
2
line of
robots.
sight on the Bumblebee right there?
Hmm?
From Stell? Does Stell have line of sight on the Bumblebee from here?
I can see the Gon.
Oh, so it has to hit the gun.
It has to hit the Gon.
I mean, damage on a gun is still fun.
And the answer was no, anyways.
What you could do,
It
what you
is.
could do is
It is. It would be appreciated if you moved the things you brought in, so spawn points don't get blocked up.
Hey,
Okay.
you can
I believe
move
we
your
discussed
arrows.
I'll get to that. All right. In the meantime, let's missile go because I don't think the gun's in range for that.
All right, hang on.
No.
If you want to shoot Stell at something, you could move the arrows in front of your line of sight of the Gon first.
Gon is one
Ooh,
out of
that's
range.
smart. What?
Gon is 1 out of range of missile go.
Yeah.
Stell can also pierce if she moves space, which will cost you points next turn potentially, but you could hit the gun and arrow.
No, I'm just gonna hit with the missile go.
Hitting on 4s.
Oh shit! Nice.
That's
So the
That was
L is
incredible.
dead
dead B.
Was that my
by
L?
That's a dead L, yes.
Scott, you are the man.
So you just gained 3 points
That was
for that.
insane.
Do I still get to retaliate before I die?
No.
Okay.
You only retaliate if you live. You can
was
parting
the thing.
cannon, but I think it only has. I think its range is limited.
Then
thanks
doesn't
for
even
the
No, it
have
doesn't
parting
even have
cannon.
it printed. It should have
Yeah.
parting shot on there.
The parting shot of L was 4. So
Yeah, I would have been able to hit the arrows or the Esper if
For
it had
1.
4. I mean, hitting the Esper for 1's all we need.
hitting the Esper for 1. I definitely want to hit that Esper for 1.
Well, wait, hold on.
Where's
In that
Vesper?
case, I don't think that. Like, hold on, that's not reasonable, though. Mostly because it's not printed on the card, so Scott has no way of knowing it until we talk about the robot. Right? So he should at
Wait,
least have an
what?
opportunity to move the Esper first before that happens.
Wait, what don't I know?
So the L2000 has parting shot on it, but it's not currently printed on the card. We still have to
Oh.
fix it. So your Esper is currently in range of 100% accuracy thing, so you're going to want to move the Esper out of the way before that
Okay.
attack goes through. But it's like totally not something you would have known because it's not even printed on the card right now.
Yeah, that's fair
Alright.
enough. That makes sense.
So feel free to move the Esper first.
The
because
fun
that
part
makes
is it
sense.
still moves his he still has to move his robot back. Don't forget to pay the energy for it.
The Gecko's in range, isn't it?
That's an enemy gecko right there.
Yeah, this is a.
The
That
200.
is Gecko,
Oh, ours died.
or I could do the Gecko or the arrows. The Gecko has already taken
1.
3 damage.
1.
No, he
Oh, no,
was
yeah,
in that
yeah,
explosion
detonate.
radius, so he should have 3 damage.
You're
I
correct.
don't know about that one.
He got
He was
detonated
in the
on.
explosion radius of Bumblebee.
Okay.
I specifically shifted him so he was within range, so he
Yep.
should take 3 damage.
2 damage.
So we could
That
bring
made
the
only does
Gecko
2
down
damage.
to 1 integrity, or I could bring the arrows down to 3.
The Gecko should have only taken 2 damage from.
But it also
that
took 1 earlier.
Oh,
I
okay,
believe.
yeah.
It took
Yeah,
1
alright,
from sniper
fire the,
shot,
with the
then
Esper.
combine.
Up to you. Whatever you feel like doing.
Well, let me look at the arrows. I don't think the arrows is as scary as the Gecko.
It can accuracy buff his SSM is the main thing.
I'm still
I guess
firing on
that's
the
the
gecko.
point. There's probably multiple things we can do to do 2 damage to Gecko anyways.
Fair.
So I will put 1 damage on the arrows.
Alright.
And I do not hit because I needed a. Oh no, that's per success. That's 2 damage. So Gecko takes 2.
What? No, you don't need to shoot at the Gecko. That's
Why?
an allied Gecko.
I just asked if that was an enemy gecko, and you guys said yes.
Oh,
We were talking about for us because we were worrying about my parting shot. So
Oh,
on this side, that is an enemy Gecko. On that side, that's your ally.
okay.
Wait, there's a Gecko on the other side?
there was. Until it combined.
Ah.
Yeah, that was one of my 2 cloaking robots, but I had to combine to make the big explosion of doom.
Alright, I'm going to now move my arrows. Is my arrows hit? By what?
Your arrows got parting shotted.
Oh, I
Also,
should
beam
move both.
arrow. Yeah. That's right.
Okay, I would have preferred to have moved both of them out of the way, but fine, I'll take it.
It would have spent a lot of energy to move them both back.
I have 9 energy and no attacks to make,
That's fair.
so I would have spent the energy. Yes, definitely.
That's fine. I could have just damaged the Gecko anyways.
And now let's just keep it as is.
All right.
So all I can really do right now is I haven't done anything with Stell yet this turn, right?
Correct.
All right, out of range of the Gon, right?
Line two. Correct. I think that's.
I think it's just barely in line of sight of the Gon.
Oh wait, hold on. From the center of that spot, it's.
Oh yeah, just barely clips. Yeah.
Yep, you're good.
1 damage then there.
So the SSM takes 1.
Yes.
Okay.
Rude.
And I'm gonna move my arrows.
Didn't you already move the arrows to bring it off the point?
Nope, it was still on the point.
Okay,
He hasn't done
I
it.
must saw something.
I mean, I just moved it there.
Oh.
That's where I moved it to, not from.
Oh, currently the points are even.
For the
Yeah.
moment.
I thought I got
You know
a
what?
lead with that big blast.
You got a lot of points for it, but they did buy back 3 points by destroying the L 2000.
Yeah, that was sad when you just.
Hit it 5 times.
I make strategic planning. Everyone else just rolls good.
That was my only good roll of the whole game. Alright, go. It was a phenomenal roll, but my only...
Right.
Congratulations! I still haven't had one.
So you get
So
a
what
point
am
with the
I
south,
bringing in?
putting you guys up to 11.
This is where the chaos ensues
Yeah,
when
next
all
person
these
go.
new robots enter.
Let's bring in the Get right here, and an Izzy.
Yep.
Right here.
Oh,
Are you bringing?
I like how,
Okay.
I like how we're both they're bringing in robots on their side and we're bringing robots in on their side as well.
Well, I specifically chose my back line for situations like this. So, which of your robots is damaged right now? Didn't the
None.
Gon take a hit?
The Gon has not been hit yet.
Oh, I thought something on your side got pinged.
No, the SSM got pinged. That was it.
Oh. No, I could
Yeah,
something
they
on his side got
specifically
pinged too.
went behind robots so that they couldn't hit.
I mean,
Gon?
fair enough.
The Gon couldn't move far enough to actually
I'm
get
just
him
going to try and throw out a heal on my SSM then.
Oh, you already got the A.
That's a 1. Never mind. Well, okay, let's do the necessary stuff first. Izzy is going to attempt to lashing parry on the SSM.
fair enough.
So let's see. That combine is gone. That combine is also gone. Both of
Yes. The SSM takes 1 damage and is disarmed.
Ugh.
So there no missile go firing next turn.
Rats.
I don't think we have a token for disarm.
Foiled.
We only have one for stun.
Oh, interesting.
we could put the SAR in and try hope that all 3 dice get 6s.
Actually, don't you have to hit my Esper?
Not if I move here instead. Haha,
Okay.
I forgot about the Esper.
So, what'd you hit?
It's
I hit the SSM. SSM can't fire next turn.
Oh, okay. That's nice. Did SSM take damage?
Yes,
One.
1.
Do you want me? I won't. I won't ask you about my turn until it comes up. That way,
Okay.
no planning can
Yeah,
come
we got some
out.
problems now.
oh. Oh my.
If only the Esper wasn't there. Look at all of this beautiful AoE damage I could do.
Fair. But I don't have to target the Esper with my Gets pull because it's not a valid target.
It
Let me
is a
guess, it
valid
has a
target,
range of
it just
exactly
does
6.
nothing. It's
Oh,
absolutely
is that
a
how
valid
that rule
target.
does?
Yeah,
Well,
you
never
have to
mind,
be
I'm
real
moving
careful
there.
about hooks.
I'm moving there instead.
Alright.
Didn't know that's how that was working currently.
Yep.
It's weird that you can target with a hook even though you can't do anything with the hook.
There's no reason why the attack wouldn't be able to target, it just doesn't actually pull. Similar with pushes.
That might be a good thing to put in like a
Reminders.
specific rules section.
Yeah, I don't think that's actually come up all that often.
And it's something that I can definitely see people arguing over. Because
Fair.
if you guys weren't like complete arbiters of the rules due to you making them, I would probably question that.
No 6s, so I don't hit that Esper.
That's fair.
It's a shame. Okay, well,
Add it to the...
Wow, Esper has a lot of movement.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't just try and have Batiste move him out of every space that I don't want him.
Nope.
I was really hoping Esper was like a 3-movement robot and I could just like push him back.
okay, that's my turn. Oh, right, no, wait, no, we didn't gain from that. Wait, no, yeah, we did. We gained a point at the beginning of my turn because of, South. Was that counted already?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you went from 10 to 11 because of South.
Sounds good. Okay, cool. It's, your turn.
Alright. Speaking of which, Team Unicorns has 10 points. Team Mustache has 11.
Is that me?
Yep.
All right, I'm gonna spawn in the Snow 400. All right. So let's see what that does for energy. 8. 5 is 13, 16. Well, first things first. The missile goat can't do much.
Nope.
This'll go
Damn it.
basically does nothing next turn.
I'm gonna move arrow 1.
Now, if you can almost take out the Izzy, then we don't have to worry about disabling our stuff anymore.
Well, I'm going to try.
Oh, the beacon, right, yeah. I'm behind Stell.
Continue to be a problem.
So I'm gonna move the arrows 1.
He's way in the back lines and he's still an issue for your back lines.
Yeah.
I know it's kind of annoying, but what are you gonna do?
Well, if you move the arrows right here behind Stell, you don't have to worry about my beacon.
Yes, I do.
Arcing laser.
Why? Oh.
I can literally hit anything on the map, but I have to hit the gun.
You
so.
can hit anything, which is great, but you can hit the gun, which is unfortunate.
Yes.
I will give you guys some hope here. Oh no, wait, scrap combining is a thing. Never mind, you have
Wait,
no
we have
hope.
scrap combining.
I think what I'm gonna do.
Oh, hey, yeah, we are playing with scrap combining.
Yeah, everyone has a scrap token, so.
That changes everything.
Where did those
Wait,
go?
where'd my scrap token go? I had a scrap token here. Whatever, new scrap token.
I technically do not have line of sight to the gun right now.
Correct.
So
You just have to target it with the arcing laser. But
I do. What I'm more concerned with.
Using the
Hey,
defense debuff.
can your arrows, Scott? Can your arrows do a lot of damage, or Esper?
Well, it does
Not
one
a
damage,
lot,
but if
no.
you use a defense debuff, it does a
Yeah.
lot of damage.
That's. I can't hit the Izzy with the defense debuff.
Reggie, on your turn, you're going to have to move that arrows off the point, or else they're going to get a lot for it.
I think I'm going to. What if I accuracy buff Stell? Does that matter?
No.
Stealth laser is aimed.
Stella and arrows do not care about accuracy buffs.
No, wait, Stealth laser does not have aimed. That's interesting.
But I can disarm the Izzy, so it's not a problem going forward.
You can attempt to disarm the Izzy, so it's not a problem.
So-
going forward.
If we deal with the SSM 3000, then they will actually be one robot down, right?
On the other side of the map?
My plan is to keep that SSM 3000 disarmed.
I'm gonna go ahead and.
I'm gonna wait till their turn is done before I tell you my turn.
Fair enough.
So
I'm gonna
buffing that's going to
accuracy-
be really bad for you.
Oh, I've already moved. Never mind. I'm going to. I'm just gonna laser arrow soul the Gon. So
You.
there's these three and this one. All right, no twos, please.
Just tell me if you do damage.
Yep.
Okay, 4 damage. No, 3 damage to the Gon. Sorry. In my heart, it's 4.
Or would be a little bit too powerful.
Alright, you have a
Um,
healing target next time.
So I need to spend 4 energy for that. All right, so the arrows is done. The snow is going to wait. I think. Yeah, I'm gonna use the gecko, and I'm going to shoot the get. I think. Yeah, I'm gonna use the gecko, and I'm gonna shoot the get. So 2 dice. I would love to see some 6s.
No rush.
So that is 1 damage.
Okay.
So, let's see. So you still have one robot left in your bar, right?
Yes.
Breeze... Not Breeze, Kettle.
Yeah, technically I also got Luxiana in reserve.
And I'm gonna move.
Oh, can you just always bring her back?
Not if I have 5 robots on the field already, but yeah.
Well, yes, but... That's
But yes,
cool.
she continues to be able to be revived because that's her.
But she does continue to provide the opponent points whenever they kill it. So.
Yeah.
All right.
Excuse
So
me, this
from-
is a robot game. This unicorns label should say Unicrons.
For my last action, my last desperate action, I'm gonna move the snow 1 and combine.
Done.
To form the lovely and powerful Snow 2000.
Oh yeah, that solves my problem.
Oh, Dino-Snow, fair enough. What are you defense buffing?
I'm not.
Are I even going
think
to
it's-
defense buff your Esper?
Free.
Because there's a Gon there.
Oh, right. What? No, defense buff the Gon. What are you doing?
Don't do that.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Don't
So
let
that's-
your memes be dreams.
That's my turn. And I believe we get a point for combining at least.
Yep.
So that answers all of my problems. So my original thing was I kind of just wanted to drop the axis right over here, and hold on, right, where's that tool? I wanted to drop them right there,
Yeah.
and then shift them over, and then just like go ape on the SSM 3000.
I prefer if you use your movement to get like the arrows off or something.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
yeah.
that'll be
Well,
like 3 points for them.
so right now I'm
Um,
gonna get the arrows off, and I'm gonna move it forward because it really doesn't matter where it
Yeah,
is. So being
good call.
closer to us is better.
Well, I
Um,
mean, yeah, that works. I like it.
And then we're gonna work on trying to create supreme and utter sadness. Oh wait, Axis has to move though.
Yeah, you're gonna have to take him off the point if he has moved.
So he cannot. So without Shifty, he actually cannot get overload.
Correct.
Oh.
That is a shame.
He is still very powerful, even in this situation.
He
but
is still very powerful, and that's another like big threat in the back line.
They have multiple things that they need to worry about, I guess.
Other thought would be like clogging up one of their spawn points with the SAR, or clogging up one of the spawn points near us with the SAR, like here. Because that would get line of sight attack range on a bunch of things. Such as the arrows, and if it hits the arrows, the splash will kill the Esper.
Oh, does that just work like that? I didn't
Yep.
realize I could hit it without... And it's exactly 8 range from the arrows?
It is, the Esper's out of range.
Okay,
Now
yeah,
they can't spawn stuff in our back line.
that's definitely the first plan. And then the second is actually just going to be a nade.
Sounds good. If you have the energy remaining, can you use Vatisse to move my SSM over one space in either direction?
Even though it stuns you?
SSM doesn't move, it's got heavy on its attacks. I want it in good position.
Okay. That is a question that I don't know if I can do that or not. But we will try if we have spare energy.
Well, you have 17 energy.
So, net arrows is also at 3, which I think is what that... No, it only does 2 damage, but still. So we're going to take 3 dice and hope we don't get a red roll. This is the SAR.
Yep. That's damage.
So
2
the
damage?
arrows is down to 1 health,
And the Esper's dead.
and the Esper is dead.
And you get a point.
Yay!
Good job, Esper, being only a burden to my team.
I mean, it annoyed my get for a turn
Sure.
quite substantially.
I need to calculate my energy before I go any further, because I need to subtract that energy. I think I'm still making not good energy.
You make 17. I counted.
Thank you. Okay. So that was 2 energy. 2 energy, I
3.
said.
You spent 3 on the sword.
3 energy, I said.
Yeah, what are you talking about? It was always 3.
So we'll just do this. 1, 1, 2. Because I think getting the SSM in a proper position is probably one of the better ideas.
Sounds good to me.
Cool. So you are stunned and you want to go right there, right?
Yep.
Alright.
Perfect.
I'm actually amazed I got to use Vatisse's attack in this game.
I mean, repositioning heavy units in the SOAR, they don't really care about the stun.
Yeah. Well, the heavy units can still care about the stun if they want to run.
Yeah, SSM doesn't really need to run. It's got 10 range.
I meant away. Especially since he has 10 to 4.
Minor details. Running is the coward's way out.
You're the coward.
So-
Also, I don't think there's going to be much running out of melee range against Arcing Laser, the team.
They're not unicorns anymore. It's just unicorns, but they shoot arcing lasers from their horns.
Yeah, that's why I said they're Unicrons.
Alright.
Excuse me, Unicron eats planets. He doesn't shoot arcing lasers.
Oh, sorry, I'm confusing Unicron and the Death Star.
Yeah, how dare you?
3. Do I want to stun the arrows in SSM?
I mean, if you want, that keeps the arrows from moving back onto the point.
And the SSM for moving onto the point. Because it
That's-
can't attack next turn.
Oh,
so
that keeps him from moving the SSM out of Izzy range.
let's try that. I wish there was a
What
way
is
to
this
subtly
magic?
come up with plans in the background, but that would also make stream boring. Yes!
Oh, hey, that worked.
What is this magical stunning thing?
That's 1 damage to the SSM and arrows, and
I
they're both
need
stunned.
100.
So you can't move, is what that
There's some
means.
stun tokens for you.
So the Inade had to move 3. 1, 2, I think he moved 3.
There's a
1, 2,
stun
3, yes. And then had to attack with 1 die. And wow, I still have stuff left. So I believe Gon should probably defend himself. Does Gon want to go forward is the real question. Does Gon just want to start getting us more points?
Oh yeah, put him on the point, of course.
The real question is that still good enough with his, Yeah, because they all
Yeah,
have
that
arcing
works
lasers
perfect.
anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then they have to go for it. Well, they had to go
I mean,
for
I'm
it
going to heal
anyways.
him on my next turn. Just so you know.
4. And then last energy I can spend today on this. I think that works. That worked. No, yeah, that works. Alright, so now I need a defense token.
I mean, I've got one over here.
Boop. And then Acta will move 1. And that's the end of my turn.
Alright, my turn.
Yep.
Alright.
Good rolls.
You gain a point.
Gain a point. Up to 12?
Yep.
Alright. Alright, I seem to be in a pickle, huh, guys?
The SSM can't move or attack this turn. It's just a metal block. It's a
That produces
statuette.
many energy. Ooh. That's a fair and valid strategy, though.
Ah.
Energy to spare, so I'm actually going to fire with the beam arrow.
Yeah.
Hurting what?
Targeting the Izzy.
Okay.
That's actually probably not the best idea.
No, let him learn.
Because he has retaliate.
Let him learn.
Didn't let him learn.
No, I did not.
This is a journey. This is a learning experience, Justin.
Yeah, never mind then.
But the information is public and we're streaming it, so I'm gonna tell people when they're...
Yeah, I'm going to prevent myself from making a terrible mistake.
I
don't
will tell
think-
you can
I don't
still
think
hit
stun disarm guy is the missile
you
greatest
can't.
of all time anymore. So, I'm sorry.
Alright, I'll throw a point of damage onto the get then. The enemy get, right?
I was wrong. I thought you had more range than you did.
For what?
Yeah, that works. That's a range
That's-
3.
that's enough.
He has 3 range and the
Oh, no.
enemy get is 4
You're
away.
right. Yep, that's 4. You are correct.
Oh, okay, so Get does not take damage.
Alright, whatever, I combine.
That
Yeah,
was the thing
whatever.
that we were waiting for. Was the combine.
You can...
Yeah, we know what the main attraction here is.
You know, I'm not going to say anything because I don't want it anyway.
Here. This is interesting.
So I'm assuming that you're doing it on the arrows space?
Yep. Come here, Izzy.
Ugh, for a lot?
Get some...
Okay, so that's 1, then 2, then yeah, Izzy dies in
Izzy dies and Get Some takes 4.
Oh, jeez.
But
some
Izzy
self-destructive
is
move.
dead.
If only I still had heal.
If only the woodpecker sighed.
Hold on a
Oh, you're
second.
making holes
What is
references
what is
now?
the range on that windhook? You have to attack Gon.
Oh.
Oh, it comes full circle.
No, the
No,
Gon's not on
he can't. It's not a valid target because it's not in a straight
We
line.
went over this before with my get. It counts, but it
Yep.
just doesn't work.
It still targets, but it doesn't do anything.
Alright, so
It's
that's
just
relevant.
What?
Good point.
Yeah.
So you may want to...
Yeah, we just went over this earlier, so.
Oh, that really sucks.
It
Alright.
just went against us before, and now it
Well,
goes against you,
so
but in a
one,
much
two-
more magnitude.
So... Yeah, that's unfortunate. I forgot about the beacon guy.
I'm so happy. It is a shame he has 10 range.
Yep.
But I can't push and pull along lines. Or I can only push and pull along lines.
Yep.
Correct.
Yes.
But, so, I don't know, that really makes him seem like an illegal target.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking earlier, but by current rules is written.
So as written, it works, and part of why it works is because, like, it's still a legal target. It's just that the action itself can't pull in that direction. In
We should have
part
a talk
because,
about that
like,
at
if
some
you're
point.
playing on inches, then the action is totally legal, and it's kind of hard to say, like, oh, this could target in this situation, but not in...
To be
So
fair,
you can
we
push and
stopped
pull in any
balancing around
direction in inches?
a long time ago. Like, inches is not the intended playing point game-wise.
Either that or, like, you should probably rewrite push and pull to work, on all lines. Which I know is a big change, but...
It's
I will
mostly just
say
a difficult thing to word properly.
Yeah.
I will say we also just used this against our team like 4 turns ago.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about, like, a game design perspective. Like,
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I would like to get it
I
to
mean, with the inches part, like, if you just make it so that it's only a legal target if it can actually pull it, that doesn't actually affect inches in any way, because all the legal targets are in every direction anyway. So technically it just makes Beacon a bit worse against pushing and pulling in...
But it also,
like,
it adds some weird... There are some weird questions about that, though. So, like...
It's also a very hard counter.
Things that do nothing do exist in this game beyond just pushing and pulling. And so it's hard to say, like, if an action would do nothing to a robot, then it can't target. Is, like, a hard thing to just say as a rule. So it would have to be more text about pushing and pulling.
If I had a Christmas wish list, I would wish that the Gon had less health.
I mean, there is a Gon that has less health.
There is. So the hard part is, like, alright, so a heal on a robot with full integrity also effectively does nothing. Is that a valid target? Yes, because that's the way targeting works in the game. So I have a hard time coming up with a way to effectively word.
That's an effect
I think it's
versus
easier to visualize.
target.
Yeah, I think it's a lot easier to visualize with pushing and pulling. I mean, let's stick with the current ruling for now, but it's worth...
Yeah, absolutely, but
discussing
I think that needs to
in the
change
future.
going forward.
Worth discussing in the future.
Also, the next time I play, I'm not going to publicly announce playing
The
errors.
thing you're doing? Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to combine the innate. I'm going to combine stealth.
What do you mean publicly announce the thing you're doing?
He said very early on, I'm making a team around the Arrows 6000, and is playing against opponents who are playing 2 Gons.
I kind of implemented a Gon not even trying to counter. I just really like the Gon 2000, just as a robot in general. And I realized that there was a Stell on the enemy team, and then there was another laser, and then there was also an SSM, and I'm like, those are a lot of long-range targets.
Yeah. So
Maybe
one
I
of the
should
hard
put my
things,
Gon for.
one of the hard things about like setting up before a stream, because this is really a problem that occurs mostly in streaming, is that like we're setting up all at the same time, so it's really hard to keep anything private. Typically, you'd show up to play most of the time and just like sit down with a team and go, or be like, "This is my list of guys that I'm gonna play with." And
All right. Do I get to use either of these combined abilities or both?
you get to use both,
Sweet.
so you can damage debuff something, and
All
you
right.
can
First,
heal
I'm going to.
something else.
Yeah. First, I'm going to heal. I'm going to center that around my arrows. That was a scrap combined, by the way.
Okay.
Okay.
I actually forgot we had that again.
And
Alright,
it passes.
Well, you don't have to roll dice for combined abilities; they just happen.
Oh, right. Okay.
So you
Well,
heal
you
arrows
also
for
heal
2.
my get, so thank you.
Yep. The innate, though, heals.
And it doesn't have any damage on it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, it's good for you.
And what are you damage debuffing?
It's a damage debuff, not an accuracy debuff.
Correct. Minus 2 damage.
Let's do it on the Izzy.
Fair. Izzy has double damage now.
Alright, and that was a damage debuff, right?
Yep.
Cool.
For the record, that's not going to stop me from disarming you with a retaliate.
Yep. And yeah, I'll beam arrow.
But the disarm would
Guaranteed
go
hit on the
away
Izzy.
at the end of this round.
Yeah,
Yes.
fair. Izzy takes 1 damage.
So basically, your retaliate does nothing to.
But feel free to spend the
disarm, but
energy.
does
Yeah,
still retaliate.
basically. I mean, I have 6 energy
no,
left.
missed.
Wait, how does that miss? Does that
Oh no, it's 1.
You know,
Okay,
it's
great.
perfect accuracy. Yeah, you don't have to roll for it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Boom. Did a damage.
And my goat's stunned and
Disarmed. Correct.
Disarmed, right? So it can't do anything.
Yep.
Alright, then my turn's over.
Okay. SSM is stunned. Salve is going to AoE heal. Everything that's there.
Why is there an on just in the middle of the board?
It's actually the word no.
Oh, but it's. Oh,
That's a
that
1, so the heal does not work. Arrows
That's a
start
shame.
advancing. 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Do they have any AoEs?
Missile Goat.
They have Missile Goat and a Nade 3000.
But an 8
Missile
3000
Goat
doesn't
is
do
going
damage.
to
It only
possibly
does
get disarmed,
supporty
though.
things.
Yeah, but it is damage down still.
Yes.
Did we? Yeah.
I'm going to Izzy attack the Missile Goat.
Okay.
Success. Disarmed. No damage.
Still 0 damage though, right?
Correct.
I can live with that.
Get is going to attack the Inade with its pole.
Mm-hmm.
Looking for 3s or higher.
I heard breeze or higher.
That is 3 successes.
Oof, that's gonna hurt.
So that will
Both
get
of you.
pulled 1, and then that's 4 distance from 5
Or 2
distance remaining
damage.
right now, so 2 damage to both. And I do not get to bring anything in quite yet. I've moved those. I forgot. I can't do anything this turn. Cool. Think that is my turn. We gained a point at the beginning of our turn as well because of Sal.
Salve. What are the points currently at?
12 to 12.
Nice. This is a even match.
Yeah, a lot of their points are from combining, so we're just rather keeping up with our shenanigans.
So my arrows is stunned.
Oh yeah.
My lack of combining has
Your arrows is stunned, but it can still shoot.
Yep, and the SSM 3000 is disarmed. Okay, taking out that missile goat's really helping the advancing here.
So, I mean,
Did you
yeah,
get to stun Missile Goat again?
Missile
Disarmed,
Goat's
yeah.
disarmed. It
Okay.
can move this time, but or for now it can move, but it
Not if the INID does work.
So the arrows to start off with, I'm gonna laser arrow Luna the Gon. So I'm trying to defense debuff it.
So actually, hold on. Before you do that, important information that is totally my fault for not calling out. If you check out this sweet attributes reminder card that we have and read the text for aimed, a thing that we've totally been playing wrong all this whole time because it's a new change is that aimed abilities cannot have their accuracy changed or their damage changed in any way, shape, or form. So that means that they don't care about defense buffs, defense debuffs, or buffs of any kind.
Oh,
yeah.
Which we announced sometime in the past week, but then I totally forgot about it because it's a relatively new change to streaming.
Well, not the accuracy. The accuracy part's old, but
The accuracy part has stayed the same, but the second piece of text that the damage numbers don't matter is new.
so
And-
the
Yeah.
other thing I'm seeing is that the laser has piercing.
Yes.
Okay.
But I don't think that you're in a position where you're going to pierce through anything, because it's similar to pushes and pulls. It's only on straight lines.
Well, if I'm shooting the Gon, technically.
Well, no, so hex axes.
All right.
So you have 6 straight lines you can fire in. What were you trying to do?
He was thinking about doing a buff through this line.
Ah.
That's fair. All right. Well, I'm still gonna debuff. So hopefully the gun. Wait, I don't need to do that if it's laser aimed on the.
Yeah, you
laser
can just
arrows.
shoot
Can
the
you
you
not
can just
take out
shoot
the
the laser arrow first, or you could use the snow first and try and take it out right away.
The gun has 4 health. I don't think I'm. Gonna...
So the snow can hit it for 2, and then the arrows could finish it off.
Hey, Ben, why don't you
Yeah.
just move your arrows behind?
It cannot be moved.
It is
Oh,
stunned.
you're stunned.
Yeah.
Yeah, both SSM and arrows were stunned last turn.
we
I
kept a lot
tell
of crowd
you-
control in our back line.
Mm.
The INADE is
Actually,
not.
on our front line at the moment.
Tell you what, I'm gonna accuracy boost the INADE, but I can't do that because the gun's targetable. This is.
Yeah.
You don't
So-
want to accuracy boost the INADE. The INADE's on our team.
There are 2 INADEs.
Big
you-
INADE.
Okay, let's just start with laser arrow soul.
All right.
I don't want ones.
To be fair, you've been pretty lucky most of the game.
Did it?
Yes,
That was only 2 dice, wasn't it?
that
Oh.
is correct. No, because you're right. My bad. Do you want me to re-roll those?
No, that's fine. Just roll 2 more.
Yeah.
Boom.
Okay.
Nice.
3 damage.
Dawn takes 2 damage because it's
3.
myself.
Three.
That was what
We,
we
we
just went
just
over.
we just
Oh,
established
right,
the
it's
defense
not that-
doesn't matter.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so like I said, we've been getting that wrong up until this point, but I'm correcting the record now. My bad for not thinking about
Yeah,
the
fair enough. I
aim
thought when reading that just applied to like damage buffs.
Oh wait,
not
that's
defense
another
buffs.
defense.
Yeah, so it's basically aimed is now the counter to things like your opponent buffing their whole team to like a million defense and stuff like this.
I'm moving the snow back to. And I'm going to hold on. And
Wait a
then
second. Do you? Oh, sorry, I was looking at the wrong team.
and
Very
then
confused for a second.
and then the snow is going to try and light up that gon
All right.
because I'm sick of having gons in this game. Oh,
Reroll 1.
Oh,
I do. My last energy.
Go for it.
No.
Woo.
What are you knowing about? Don't you have? Can't you scrap combine?
If you look at my combines,
Right.
It
Did that reroll work? Damn.
Yes.
did.
Yeah, the gon.
Gon is dead.
I can finally play the game the way it's meant to be played for me. Oh, okay. Now
What
I'm
you're saying is permanently disarm the arrows. Got it.
that would
gain
that
a
would be a
point,
shame.
going to 13 for destroying the gun.
All right, I guess that's my turn.
my energy is gonna spike up after this, though, which will be
Your
great.
turn.
Reggie gains a point for
2 points. Oh no, wait, Gon's gone.
Yeah,
And guess
Gon is
what?
down.
You can shifty your axis when it comes in.
Yep. I think I want to try and deal with the snow. Actually, I might be able to. I have
I
to.
mean, the other option is you shifty up my SSM too, and I can blast that arrows next turn. Or you can try taking care of the arrows. Yes, good,
I think I will try taking care of the arrows.
good.
But first, we're gonna do this. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, you have to shifty first.
You are right. I do have to shifty first, so I will do that first. I think we'll just 1, 2, because that puts me in range of 3 different people
Good call.
for multiple options when it happens. 1, 2. I only need to be there.
Why?
Because I'm on their point, then they have to destroy the Inade
Right. Good call.
if they want to
Sorry.
get any points.
I was just confused because the Inade has Arcane, so I forgot about the point.
Yeah, I just want it blocking their control point so that we
Did you
have.
remember to give us a point when we started your turn?
Huh?
We got a
Yes,
point.
we got the
from-
point. You got the point.
Okay.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
up to
we
13
already
control.
established it. So Inade on Izzy? Sound good to you? Hit the
Sounds good to
arrows,
me.
SSM, and the other arrows.
Sounds good to me.
Alright. So we're gonna roll that.
Nope.
Ah, thank
Oh,
goodness.
The
Yeah,
SSM
so damn it,
can move.
So jamming
Yes.
specifically states when targeted by the enemy. I
Yes.
wish it didn't, because then I could jamming his dice and re-roll that. That would have been fun.
You do realize that I am by the enemy, I see.
Yeah, I wish.
Yes. Jamming would be very, very powerful if it could reroll anything that targeted the robot.
Mostly in situations like this. but
Or
yes.
situations where you're hitting your own guy. Like, it would suddenly not be in defensive ability.
To be fair, those are some cool uses, but I see your point.
Alright, this arrows has 5 integrity. So I don't think the Axis can kill it. The Gon is gone, so I think we want to kill the arrows so that we can't so that there can't be a get some.
Makes sense to me.
So we're gonna do this.
Oh boy. Shooting at the arrows.
I forget what hits on this.
Threes.
3s. Ouch. That's enough.
Yep,
That's
that
a
hit.
net arrows.
And then I can do another attack against someone else, right?
Yep. Target the Inade.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because
target.
healing.
Well, the other thing is, if we kill that arrows, he gets all three of his backups on the next turn. Or sorry,
Oops.
2 backups.
Oops, we were at 13 points, right?
Yes. You're good.
Now
I
14.
I
Now we're
was-
14.
okay.
Now, if I don't want him to get his Gon and Izzy backups on this turn yet, while we still have to deal with Stell. Because dealing with a Gon and an Izzy will be a pain in the ass. So let's take out Scott first.
Oh yeah, I need it. Okay, yeah. That makes sense. 1 second. I thought I was counting my points, but I was using our point tracker instead. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
5, 6, 7.
6, 7. Okay. So I'm currently. Oh, I didn't even recount my points at the beginning because now I have an axis.
There's also something really unfortunate you forgot to do.
What?
Use your sword damage buff on your Axis.
I didn't remember that was a thing that Sora did.
That's why I love the sword. It's so good.
I just love him for his splash radius, honestly.
Fair.
But yes, I would have totally done that if I remembered it was a thing.
Yeah, because that just means you need 1 success and you kill that Inade.
So 4, 9, 13, 17, 20. I've just been getting more and more points as things have died. Alright, and then we lost 7, so that's 13. Okay. Apologies. So now we'll do 3 dice against Big Izzy.
You mean Inade? Okay. That's
Big Inade, yes.
1. Scott, you do have jamming on your Inade if you would like to try
Yep.
and fail his.
Yeah, I'll pay.
Boom.
Right.
Still hits.
Still hits.
Oh, well.
So 1 more damage on the Inade. Oh, we only need 1 more to kill him.
Yep, that's why I was sad about the sword buff. Target my get with your sword.
3. I was just counting that. That's 3 dice for Sora, right?
No, that's 1 out of range, damn.
Oh.
But if you use Vatiste to move the sword up 1...
3. Do we think that's worth
Batiste
losing
already
a point?
moved a guy. Oh, yeah. If you use the
no, not worth.
Yeah, that was my thought. Is like he'd have to get out of his
Move
point.
the Axel forward 1. I don't know, it's been sort of just right next to that point for a few turns now.
Oh yeah. Actually, I could just move the Actyl up to shoot him.
Good.
I keep forgetting my Actyl exists.
Mhm.
So the lance has a better accuracy, right?
Yeah. Well, no.
1, 2,
No,
3,
the pistol has better accuracy,
5.
technically.
But actually, I can't. I'd have to be here, so I can't even use the lance.
Yeah, you can. There's a straight
It
line.
just doesn't
of
pierce.
sight.
Oh, okay. Well, if we're doing 1 damage and we're going off accuracy, then yeah, we'll do single dice.
Nope.
Wouldn't have worked anyways. Alright.
That
I
didn't
think
work
that's
too much.
everything.
I
Yeah.
mean, it's now your turn, Scott.
Do
all
you
you
want me
have
to
right
move your
now-
SSM up at all?
Nah.
Alright, then I'm done.
All right, Ben. What robots do you have left?
I have the arrows 6000. How do I ping?
If you grab the line tool,
Just click tab while hovering over the anywhere. You
and
don't need
this
the line
tab.
tool.
Oh, that's not. Well, that's because the tab
Line
just
tool has to
brings
use
you
the
to
tab.
light tool.
Okay,
Yeah,
you got
that's nice.
the snow is yours and the arrows is yours.
Yeah, the snow and the arrows.
All right.
Dang it, I need 3,000.
You also get to bring in your Goth this turn.
Oh, no kidding.
Goth is where the magic happens.
I will say, SAR hasn't been as useful as I hoped he would be.
He's
To
kind
be
of far
fair,
away
you
from the
forgot about the
action.
damage buff.
Yeah, I guess.
And you
He-
haven't really been shiftying him up.
He
My
does
SSM is
provide
kind
some
of in the back
potential for
lines.
pressure.
To be fair, he's mostly just blocking off a spawn point for,
That would be a really bad spawn point for you guys, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, with the SSM that can't shoot that far,
the salve
that
and the,
heal,
yeah.
and Vatisse that can only stun. Yeah, that would be a very bad spawn point.
Yeah, so all you can attack with this turn is the innate. The SSM can move.
Well, and the
Oh, right,
Goth.
there's a Goth. Hi.
who
Right, you
just-
had a Goth still.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start off with the Goth doing an attack
On who?
on the Izzy.
Okay.
Izzy is Izzy is Jeez.
Izzy no longer has a damage debuffs.
That is true.
Alright, what do I got to roll there? It's...
Oh yeah, that's a
Wow.
good point. So the Izzy can
Oh,
theoretically
jeez.
retaliate on I need as well.
You need to roll 5.
Alright.
Jamming.
Oh. Damn it. Alright. Alright, so now I got 8 energy left. 11? 11. Okay.
You had to move the Goth before you attacked, though.
Yeah.
Oh, I did? Okay.
Yeah,
You can't leave him on the spot.
if you can
But
move
he's
it.
not
How
gonna be
come?
anyways.
How come the Soar can stay on the spot?
Because the
but
Soar has
Goth
0
has to
movement.
move?
He has 0 movement. He literally cannot move.
Yeah.
Alright, 10 energy.
This has
You
been
still
a
have
very
a s-
fun match.
Oh no, you used your scrap, right?
I respectfully disagree.
You don't think so?
No.
I mean, the game is still fun. I love the game, but I am right now having a hate affair with Gons.
Oh, that's fair. They're dead though, so all you have to do
Yeah.
is
You're the only one who has a Gon left now.
I just have to survive.
Yeah, once that Gon comes in, it probably won't be fun for us. Or the Izzy.
It'll be fine.
So yeah, so if the Inade heals, the downside is that you're healing the Izzy, but the upshot is that you're healing everything else.
Fair.
You can also move the SSM onto the point, which has some potential upside.
As long as you kill the Inade, because remember, the Inade is mine and is blocking that point.
Well, even then it's contesting the Inade, which is not
Oh,
bad.
fair enough.
Alright, 1, and then 3. Bring me down to 6.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, great.
You're using the healing grenade.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
is the
also gonna
Inade
heal
damaged?
himself.
No, the Inade's undamaged. Okay, great.
Yeah.
Alright, targeting the missile goat for the healing.
Okay. Nope.
Oof.
Alright.
Do you have any rerolls of any kind?
No,
No.
Ah.
not once Stella's
Oh
down.
wow, jamming too. That's pretty neat.
Yeah. Alright, spend the rest of my energy. And I push.
Aren't you
You
disarmed?
can't. You're disarmed.
Oh, we got disarmed?
I've been keeping him disarmed.
Oh. Alright, well, I guess I'll just end my turn then.
My turn, huh? Okay.
You guys gain a point. Up to 15.
Izzy is going to attempt to disarm the missile goat again.
Mm-hmm.
Success. Wow, I wish that attack had crit.
Alright, so Missile Goat takes 1 and is disarmed again.
Yep, missile goat takes 1.
It's a really powerful robot. I've never used Izzy before.
It's...
No one does.
I mean, the Izzy's really good. It's just the problem is that we don't have anything that can hurt it right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's powerful, although, that being said, like, it only
The
hits...
stun plus the disarm on top of us has left us completely unable to answer these guys.
Yeah,
That's the problem.
it also only hits a little over 50% of the time. Kettle has gotten really lucky in that all 3 of his actions have successfully disarmed.
Isn't
I
it
will
like the
100%
fourth or fifth turn in a
accuracy.
row?
I will 100% accuracy damage buff the Axis.
Oh,
My
damage buff
arrows.
stack?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh no.
Oh, hey, you found out the plan. Get will move 3. And will target the SSM with a pull. That's 2 successes, so it gets pulled 1, 2, and then they both take 1 damage.
Oh, I didn't want that. Damn it. I can use that actually.
Oh,
I think
and we gained a point at the start of our turn because of my
Yep, already tracked.
The
Here.
SSM
okay.
is dead.
Jesse's on top of it.
The SSM, I think, is dead.
That's
no, it's
4 damage.
It's at
Oh,
1.
Which is exactly what I was hoping for. Aha.
I thought.
Oh wait, no, like, you don't have any backup stuff anyway. So if it died, it wouldn't matter. But, okay, what else can I do? This guy can move up 1. Here you go.
Well, Scott, I do not know what to do here.
I mean, arrows
I
can
don't
attack
think
freely.
Destroy the
Yeah.
Axis.
Destroy the what?
The Axis.
Yeah, that thing's a little scary.
It's gonna do a lot next turn.
Alright.
Yes, it's going to do a lot. Like up to 10 damage if all the dice succeed.
Well then. Let's defense down it with a laser arrow Luna.
Not going to matter for any of your damage.
Oh, that's right. It can't be.
Both your
Yeah.
your damage lasers are aimed.
Most unfortunate. Most unfortunate. And unfortunately, that SSM is still stunned up. However, what about your Inade?
Can't your snow hit it?
My Snow's laser is
Aimed.
as well.
Yeah, so...
I mean, you can kill it if both of your lasers hit.
Yeah, just
No matter
hit it
what.
with lasers. Don't be fancy,
So,
just kill
to
it.
be honest, you could move your arrows onto the point to contest and then just fire its laser. You don't have to double it.
That's true. That's true.
So,
Yeah.
so what was the issue with you trying to hit my Axis? I'm curious.
Just that debuffing its defense doesn't do anything for the 2 aimed lasers that he's shooting. Because they don't
And
care
they
one way
can't-
or the other.
They can't equal up to 5 together?
They can. Without that. He was just looking at the defense debuff first.
Oh, okay.
That's all.
I suppose. I mean, yeah, probably do. All right. Can the SSM move?
Yes.
It's just disarmed, right?
In
Correct.
theory.
All right. Let's
Assuming
It's
that
move.
probably
is
going to get
play.
pinged to death on the next turn, though.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about that.
I don't think there's anything you can do about it.
I'm gonna move the arrows to. I need to reset my energy. I'm at 13. Move the arrows to laser arrow soul 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm laser arrowing that dirty axis. Kill the dirty axis. So
Oh,
that is what you call a damn shame.
that's rough. All right, the Axis is living.
Well,
I mean, you did ruin one of my plans. If it makes you feel better.
it doesn't really, but I appreciate it.
If you didn't move the arrows, I was going to move the SSM over into a neat little line for the Actal, then splash with the Inade, and then also have the Axis to clean up whatever was left.
I mean, fair. To be fair, you can also still do that by moving the SSM over.
Yeah,
think
but
I'm
I
actually-
can't get the arrows, SSM, and Inade all in one line. I was going to have all three of their combined robots hit all at once with two
Fair
different
enough.
splash attacks.
I'm actually
it
gonna
might
have
be better
the.
just to shifty the arrows back over and then try and kill that, and then you can stab the Inade.
I'm going to move the snow 1.
Did the laser arrow hit?
No.
No.
Oh wow. Okay.
And I'm gonna shoot Vadis.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a thing?
Yeah, I'm kind of
Bonus
done.
can be hit.
I'm kind of done getting moved around. Apparently, no, I'm not. This is ridiculous.
Oh.
I can't even reroll one it, so that sucks. Guess that's my turn.
Alright, so it's my turn?
Yep.
Alright,
Gain a
so...
Red, are you out of the backline?
What?
Are you out of things from your reserve?
Yes, these are all of my robots that are left, and I can
Okay.
make one combine, which involves one of my two robots dying, and one of those has to be the Soar or the Inade. If one of... I kind of was... So, secret plan that I was making, I was hoping they would kill the Inade just so I could try and get my combine and make use of my scrap. But, no one
Fair.
went for that. So I'm really hoping to kill this SSM before it pushes someone off the map.
You can probably succeed.
So we're gonna move one, then we're gonna roll a singular dice. And we're gonna see what we can do with one damage here.
Keep in mind that SSM is disarmed. So I'd focus on killing that arrows, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah. The SSM can't hurt anyone.
Oh, wait a second. I would have been targeting my own Inade there.
Yeah. It would be better to move the arrows down and then unload with axes on it.
I was thinking if we kill both the Inade and the SSM, then we don't have to worry about either of those, and the SSM only has 1 health left.
We already don't have to worry about the SSM, to be fair. And the
Well, I mean, we
arrows
don't
are
have to
more
worry about new robots coming in.
We don't have to worry about that. Well, fair.
Robots still come in. I played all my background
no,
robots.
you're-
If we
teammate
kill
died.
yours, but if we kill the arrows, then there's still an Izzy and a Gon that can come in.
Fair, but the arrows is probably the bigger threat.
Alright, in that case, I kind of need to move this.
Yeah, like you can probably still kill the Inade by spearing through with the Actal.
Alright.
Remember, piercing.
Oh yeah, I know. That was the whole plan. That's why the SSM got moved there.
Yeah.
But so I still missed with my attack either way.
Wait, did you roll for the spear attack?
I have not rolled for my spear attack yet.
Which attack
I
did you
just
miss with, then?
moved. Huh?
Which attack did you miss with then?
I need.
The Izzy's grenade.
Oh, okay, right.
Damn
Okay.
that.
Oh,
I
jamming.
think. Oh wait,
Jamming's a
does it
thing.
not have jamming anymore? Oh, we might have gotten rid of jamming
You,
on it.
it doesn't have jamming on it anymore.
I feel like
That's 2 damage to both.
Can the Inade not use
the
its
Inade
jamming?
cannot because
Yeah,
it's
Inade
not
wasn't targeted.
Oh.
That's a dead Inade. And arrows
Right.
takes 2. Yeah, arrows
Yeah.
takes 2 more.
And then the soar. Kind of just want to. Nah.
Damage buff your axis, and then you can unload and murder the arrows. Keep in mind, if you damage buff your axis, 1 success guarantees you 3 damage, which will kill it. So all you need is 1 success between 6 dice.
All right. We need to make it 2, I think. Okay.
You made it. So
And
now you roll. Now you can just roll 6 dice and
well, I'll roll 3 at a time.
fair. Looking for 3s or higher. There we go.
All right.
4 damage to the arrows.
Oh, but I can't move them anyways.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Go big or go home.
Oh wait, no, there's a Goff next to me.
Oh, there is.
There's
Huh.
a Goff 3 spaces behind me. I'm gonna target that
There is.
Goff.
Goff takes 4 damage.
Goff takes. I got 2 damage buffs.
yeah. So
Yeah,
4.
Goff takes 4 because you succeed on 2 dice there.
Oh, it only adds +1. It doesn't add +1 for each 1 success.
Oh God, no!
No.
It
Okay.
adds the damage buff to both of your attacks, which is really good with Overload, but it's not multi-hit 3 times. Ugh.
That's what I was thinking, which is why I was thinking it was crazy. That's why I was.
Oh God, that's terrifying.
The Axis doing a potential of oh, what's that? That's 18 damage potential.
There was a very short time of like less than 2 hours once upon a time when that was actually how it worked, and then it happened once, and we went, oh, never again.
So let's see. That was 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And so that's everyone went except for Batiste, I think.
Pretty much. Batista's just sitting there looking pretty. Earn enough points.
Oh, did we get the 2 points at the start of the round?
We did. 1 point.
Okay.
No, 2. We should have gotten 2 because of the Inade. So it's 1 more there.
So here's the
Then
thing.
did we get
So-
points
Arrows
for
was on the
killing-
point, so the Inade doesn't get a point.
Here's the deal. That starts at the
Arrows got
start.
50'd off, so we did get the point.
No,
It
that is not how
depends
that works.
It depends on what is considered first in the start of the
You-
round.
Points
You
come
add
before
points
50.
before anything else.
Okay,
Okay.
so we do not get the point. We do get a point for killing the Inades, though.
Oh yeah, cool.
You also get a whole bunch of points for killing the arrows.
Right.
You get like a
We
lot
killed-
of points this turn,
Oh yeah, I killed 2 robots.
and they were
Or does that
and they
be-
were high level robots. So you killed level 2, which
We
gets you
gain-
3 points, and a level 3, which gets you 4 points for a total of 7 points.
We win.
You don't win here. You win the next time you would gain points,
Okay.
assuming that they don't find a way to contest.
What's the contest range for 2v2?
It's still 2 points.
In that case, I guess Batiste will try and hide behind the self.
Ha! There.
And that'll be the end of my turn. So I want to say before this stream, dinner was happening,
Mhm.
and I didn't realize this game was gonna be
Yeah,
this
it
long.
usually wouldn't take this long, but this one ran a little bit late, unfortunately.
We had a few rules, like discussions and all that in there. And then
Alright, so
a lot of Gons with healing backup tend to,
We were definitely playing War of Attrition when we had gone.
to be fair, they went Arcing Laser the team. I was scared.
Well, see, I just kind of picked a Gon beforehand because I like Gon.
I picked a Gon beforehand because it combos really well with Luxiana.
Yeah, that makes sense. You even had a healing robot as well. Like that's, we both had good reason. Actually, you had a good reason to have a Gon. I just like Gon.
I can definitely do better with this team. I just need to be able to research the other robots some more because I didn't know what would synergize well.
Yeah,
I
so
was
there
just
were
like,
a couple
oh,
of
this
things in particular with this game. Since I think at this point it's likely over, because at the start of Kettle's turn, they will be over the victory points, and I don't think that there's a way for Scott's one robot that can
Yeah.
shoot this turn
Am
to
I
gain
still
that many
stunned?
points. You're still disarmed on the SSM, yeah.
yeah, then you win.
Yeah.
So really quick. So the first Gon would have gone down a lot faster if the defense buff had correctly been interacting with aimed, where the arrows would have actually dealt the full 3 damage to it.
I think that would have only come into play during one turn, actually.
But it was still significant. It would have affected that. It would have, the Gon was alive at 1 integrity for at least 1 turn.
Fair.
And so
Yeah.
that would have been a big change, just for the record. So I apologize for that. That one's entirely my fault.
No, that's all good.
Well, pretty much most of the people here knew it, but no one was thinking about it.
Yeah, but I still should have called it out because it is a new change and it definitely has impact on the team with arcing lasers that have aimed on them. And so I should have just called it out at the very start and said, "Oh yeah, new aimed things." So I apologize for that. I will say that having the 2 long range teams paired up against the 2 teams with Gons is kind of a rough matchup just in general. I don't really know that I have much more feedback beyond that, but it's definitely hard to play double long range through 14 to 20 something integrity, depending on if you make Gons happen.
Yeah, and I still had 2 robots in reserve there.
Yeah. So
I mean,
honestly-
it's not a big deal. Like I just picked what I picked because I wanted to play it. I should have realized that Stell was another laser character and picked accordingly. But I wanted
Yeah, I mean,
to play
you guys
Dawn.
picked
So.
pretty fun, pretty good teams for point control. Like, you actually had a pretty cohesive strategy there for your team.
yeah, I think a couple
And
robots.
you did manage to pick off our Gons pretty effectively.
Yeah, I think a couple robots unfortunately underperformed what they usually do in this game as well, which was kind of a shame. Like the fact that the Esper 600 basically didn't do anything is kind of unfortunate.
The Esper
Yeah.
6000 was a debuff for our team.
Yeah, the fact that it didn't really accomplish anything is really unfortunate. I do think that
To be fair, my SSM 400 was stuck in the back lines, not really able to target anything for a good bit of that as well.
I mean, sure, but it's still producing 5 energy. The Esper 600 showed up for like 2 turns,
And 2 turns and completely neutralized my ally.
soaked 1 action, and then that was about it.
Another big problem, like, this goes back to the Gons again, but we had, Vatisse was getting literally a point every single round, and then the Salve was getting a good amount of points, but you guys weren't actually able to get anything into the back line.
Yeah, so that's
you
also
might have been able to send, like, one guy in there when you, like, sent robots in. You had a decent opportunity before to try and send someone in to take out all the squishies in the back.
So part of the issue there is definitely that, and correct me if I get any robots wrong, but the backline robots that were chosen.
Oh, rip that guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
sorry.
I didn't know the reinforcements rules, so I did it entirely wrong. Like, I chose bad
my
robots.
apologies. I should have called that out more clearly.
Where are the reinforcement rules written? I couldn't find them on the reference cards.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk to Breeze about that because I do think that should be a reference card.
The part of the point of this stream was to get some last minute prep before we sent out a full version
Yeah.
of this. So
And so,
or at least put a reinforcements track on the point control tracker.
yeah. So part of what was at issue was that I also thought that there was more written down about point control before we started, and then realized that the only reference
my Goth, my last robot, was absolutely terrible.
Yeah. So the Goth being the last robot was kind of unfortunate.
Not knowing I couldn't do my dead robots was also a big problem too.
Oh yeah, that absolutely, and that I should have definitely called out better on how the reinforcements piece works. So like the Esper, was it the Esper, the Aeneid, and the Goth? Were those the three, or was the Aeneid not one of them? Was it the arrows?
It was the arrows.
Yeah. So I would say that overall, while those sets of robots, none of those robots are necessarily bad in the reinforcement position, but for example, like the robots that were on like Matisse's side, the Axis being in the back line, had the potential to just be this huge revenge killer. And your team really didn't have anything along the lines of like a revenge killer waiting in the wings. You sort of had more utility bots waiting around, which can be good, but it definitely
and like
I was trying to make a level 4, and then I just lost all the right robots to do it.
Yeah,
makes sense.
Yeah.
Like that it was like in the space of one turn, both the arrows and the Esper, after they spawned, just went down really fast, and I couldn't even get them to make my combines.
Yeah.
So just for
that
example, real
would
quick,
have done really good things if it wasn't for that one gon just sitting there.
Yeah.
The other thing.
Oop.
Yep.
The other thing that I think is a really good strategy is having this camp on that point, because technically it just can't move by itself. I think that was a pretty good thing. I mean, I didn't have any reinforcements drop back there that would have done anything, but maybe like in the future, I don't know. That's a good strategy to think about.
It's
Honestly,
potentially powerful. The one thing to keep in mind, though, is that while the SAR sitting there is good, it also only has 3 integrity. So, like,
Yeah.
if by the time that the Gon Menace had been dealt with, if you hadn't been under quite as much pressure from reinforcements coming in the middle of your base, you could have just shot the SAR with arrows and taken it out completely.
Yes.
So while it has some power, it's not. There are pluses and minuses to most robots in
Exactly.
point control.
Yeah, and I also really think that you guys need to look at how push and pull interacts with beacon.
And so the one other thing about that I want to address really quick, because I didn't explain it well enough earlier, is that one of the concerns I have with making it so that it's an invalid target is that then that makes it so that push and pull are a counter to beacon, because you can push and pull. You could pull like an SSM out from behind a Gon, and I don't think I agree with that either. Like, I'm just moving pieces around really quick, but
that's worth some discussion. But yeah,
that is certainly one of my concerns. Is that
I don't think it's that much of a concern, because you need to still line up the attack correctly.
Yeah,
the way it is now,
it's
you're just
really
straight up
easy.
hard counter by just existing.
yeah, that get some play would have could have possibly turned things around for them in the back line
sure,
there. So,
but
I
at
don't
the
know.
same time, having the play available earlier could have also lost them the game early if the get had been able to attack what it wanted early.
Fair.
Like,
And one thing, Batiste ended up making them lose out on 6 points
yeah,
just
but
at the get-go. Throwing the arrows off the point twice,
Is
3
very-
times actually, but one of them it was contested, stopped them from just getting 3 points just by just from camping out on their spawn point.
Yeah, I definitely think the like mass combined strategy was definitely countered a lot by having Batiste here.
I mean,
So
to some extent, I
That
agree with
helps.
you, but I do think that, like, to some extent, that could also be countered by pushing for the point earlier. So, like, we
It
got
also would have been less of a problem if we just kept a guy at the center of the point.
well, even at the center, Batiste can get you off of it, but you could you can sort of, if you've got like 3 guys on a point, Batiste can only move one of them off.
Batiste is counterable. The problem is I combined everything way too
Yeah.
when everyone else has
that's
a
what I'm
bunch of level
saying.
8.
Like,
Not one.
rather than having 3 robots on the point, it was 1 level 3 robot, which would have been really good, except Batiste had the shifty ability.
And
This kind of game format lends itself very well to having a lot of small people running around doing lots of things instead of one big person trying to be the answer to all problems.
yes and no. You're certainly right that having lots of small guys can be really, really helpful because it lets you focus on multiple areas. At the same time, for instance, if they didn't have Batiste on their team, you would have had the Arrow 6000 on this back point the entire game, and it would have taken like 4 turns for them to get to you, and you would have gotten 12 points off of that.
Yeah.
While shooting all their guys.
One thing
We just go back to backlines real quick? 'Cause I just had a example point out there that I didn't get to.
right?
So just for example, in terms of like backline construction, like I had the Get, the Izzy, and the Ab. So Get, the Ab, and the Izzy are both really good things to bring in back near the enemy's lines to really destroy stuff. Like that Izzy shut down the SSM, which would otherwise have just completely halted like Reggie's advance. And then I also had the Get, which I kept on the back line specifically so I could like pull things off the point in the back when it came in. The other thing was I built those around my commander, because my commander is also basically a permanent backline unit while dead. So if anything else dropped, both the Get and the Ab have pretty good health pools for me to bring back Luxiana to do some damage.
Yeah.
So one thing I feel like with two players, I feel like one of the most powerful things you could possibly do, but a really cheesy thing that you probably don't, just for sportsmanship, is just make the Arc Infinity, because he just locks you out. He locks one team out of 1 point, and then his field doesn't hurt himself. It only hurts his enemies, so he could just stay on the back point, collect 5 points a turn, and then if you don't have something long range enough that can do enough damage, he's just unstoppable because he's just blocking off 2 points from your enemies.
Well, so he's only blocking the point off for a very short period of time. Theoretically, that strategy could be good, but I think you end up in this weird stalemate where neither player can win until somebody blinks first, because he only does 2 damage. He doesn't do 2 damage every single turn. He only does 2 damage the one time.
Oh, I didn't know it was that one time. I thought it was every turn.
It's only at the start of your very next turn that he does it.
Yeah.
I thought it was the next turn and every turn after.
No.
Okay.
No.
All it takes is a stun, a disable, or Vada, doing stuff he doesn't want to be.
Yeah. Yeah, and so while Arc Infinity definitely has some potential in that situation, I do think that there are ways to counter it, and there's certainly...
Since it's not every round, that's what I thought was... I thought it was 2 damage every round in those fields, and they're just like unstoppable fields that no one wants to go into.
No. and so while it would be still pretty... It would have potential to be pretty powerful, it's not quite that strong. But yeah, the Arc Infinity is a good example of a robot that could potentially just be strong enough to make an Arc Infinity and sit on a point and gain 5 points a turn and say, come at me.
Quick question. What do people think of this point control, point layout? Like the 3 down the center there with 2 of them sort of broken up.
I think
between the yellow and blue.
I think maybe it might be a good idea to move those points 1 over so that they're closer to the center. That way you're not having people quite as far away from each other when you're collecting points. Aside from that, I think it's great.
I think it's very good for 2v2. I wonder how well this point layout will play in 1v1 in like 1v1v1v1 scenario free
Yeah.
for all.
In free for
Free
all.
That would be
free
very.
for all control point. That sounds like pure freaking chaos.
Free for all
It's a lot
control
of
points.
fun. We just we mix up our point layout a lot when we're testing it. So
If I can
Yeah.
interrupt real quick, I gotta head off for the night because I got a job
Absolutely.
interview tomorrow. But thank you
Fair
guys
enough,
for letting me
good luck.
play.
Best
Yeah.
of luck, man.
Thanks for
Right.
playing.
Absolutely.
night.
Have a good
See you
one.
guys.
No, guys.
So the one thing I will say that I noticed and would like to fix about it, first off, is that the green layout is wrong compared to all the other layouts for start zones.
yes, it is.
Green layout's
Wow.
a little more aggressive.
The green layout gets 2 extra points closer to the point control points themselves rather than further away like everything else, which is wrong and needs to get fixed. But also, I think that in point control, it would actually be more effective to have the lineup be something along the line of become an obnoxious yellow so that it's super. I'm actually thinking that it might make sense on this layout to do something like this as the start zones. And the reason why is because while the green team is a little bit too close to the first point, right now you're only like 4 spaces off from the point with some of these things. And I think that having a little bit more space to go to get onto that first point is important, because it means that you have to really commit into doing it.
My concern with this in a free-for-all layout is it really encourages red and green to just go at each other over this one point, and yellow and blue to go at each other. Basically, it's like 2 separate 1v1 games in a small area that turn into a final 1v1 game.
Yeah, although I'd say that that's pretty true of free-for-all point control in general.
I think my bigger concern is that if 2 players are going head to head like that, right? But if these 2 decide to do something different, like let's say they just let each other have their own.
They're at an advantage if each of them goes for a point. Yeah.
Right, and it's not strictly an alliance, but it's more like, it's just more convenient if we just leave each other alone and do this. And, just from.
Yeah, and then the 2 players who are fighting. Yeah, so in free-for-all point. So one of the things that I actually think makes more sense is to do a separate recommended layout for free-for-all point control. Because if you had points,
Like down the middle here?
Well, no. So I think that you actually want to do 2 points in free-for-all point control instead of 3.
Oh, just like one right there and one right there?
So either do, like one here and one here, or do like one about here and one about here, or something like that. But each side has a point that's sort of close to it, but that are all kind of near the center so that anybody can go for anything.
What if
Because
you
the
just
problem with
mixed these 2 terrain pieces right here?
Yeah, so I think if you go... Yeah, I think it definitely, if you flip where those pieces are, that the terrain pieces move as well alongside it. And so, like I think we've said before, a lot of this is, like, recommended board layouts, and you can place your own stuff, and we've got the terrain pieces that are placeable. So,
Right.
for Tabletop Sim, it makes a lot of sense for us to just print it all right on the board, because it's way easier. We don't have to, like, make custom pieces and lock them in place and worry about them getting unlocked and all that stuff. We just say, here's a layout. But
I'm just imagining someone doing like a
So,
random generation for this
record, we
and just
are-
throwing pieces on the board.
For the record, we do have like custom terrain pieces and all that in this T-Sim version if you want them.
although we are missing, and will get added, a custom point control and custom spawner.
We're also currently just missing a blank board as well, which is just mostly waiting on Breeze to not be dead through Gen Con.
Yeah, so sometime in the next week we'll add in the pieces so that people can do their own layouts and stuff like that. And if people have recommendations on layouts, if you play something and you're like, hey, this fixes a concern I had about point control, like, obviously let us know.
So I will
I
say
suppose
with your pieces, you should probably have green pieces just so you can overlay them over these solid pieces.
That's also reasonable.
Yeah,
As I
have,
said,
like,
we're going to be
green-
including a blank board, so you don't have to worry about these solid pieces.
Oh, okay, a blank board. All right, never mind then.
Yeah, and so then you
Um,
can set up your own spawn points and your own...
There's one last
That
thing I'd
sounds
like to
really
discuss
fun.
before we head off. Just how we're going to distribute this save to everyone once it's done, because it's probably going to be done by this weekend, and we're going to try and get this out to you guys ASAP. So just distribution real quick, because it's going to be just private for now for the people who back at deluxe tier or higher. It's going to be distributed as a tabletop sim save. So we're going to email all of the backers from that tier or higher and send that out to you guys. Eventually, we will. I'd like to actually look into making this a full DLC for tabletop sim in the future, and we'll keep you guys posted on any plans as far as that goes. But for now, we're just going to email out a tabletop sim save and instructions for bringing it into your game.
Yep. And so that way you'll be able to host a game with anybody you want. You can host with your friends who don't have it. You can host with people who do have it. It's really the easiest way for us to get it sent out to you. We'll be able to send out new versions if we need to, and we'll just release them to you the same exact way. That, like I said, like things like card changes will be things that we can change without having to send out a new tabletop sim save. And so what I'll try to make sure that we do is we'll sort of keep a log of what things we've changed or fixed, if anything, on robot cards. And
we'll keep a log of that on like the dev blog on our website. And all that.
So that you'll be able to see, at this point this robot changed and all that stuff. Because while we think that pretty much every robot's in a good spot, there could be some things that need tweaks. There's still the potential for typos.
Typos are the big thing.
We found at least one typo, I think, tonight, so we have to keep track of that. Yeah, the ICA has a typo right now, so we have to get that fixed.
Yeah, most of the assets, once they're in the tabletop sim, we can change without having to distribute a new one. We're only going to have to distribute a new one if we add new stuff in.
Yeah.
I will also point out that the ICA art, it says placeholder art. That's like the old art. Or is it supposed to actually be the new placeholder art that's supposed to be in there?
No. That's the placeholder because the new art isn't like.
It's not enough to put on the card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is technically ICA placeholder art.
Oh, okay. I was curious.
That is the current ICA art, but it is also placeholder at the moment.
Although that brings up a good point. So a lot of the cards that don't have, say, their art finalized quite yet, mostly new commanders and the new combines that you guys unlock during the Kickstarter, are labeled as placeholder art. Just so everyone knows, those are very likely to change as we go forward with the...
Oh yeah, that's a very good point. So yeah, as we get that art asset more finalized, once we have those final, we'll try to get them in as soon as possible into this tabletop sim save, so that way you will see those art assets updated along the way, and we'll also call those out as well. In addition to any like balance tweaks or number changes, we'll call out like, hey, this robot got new art, check it out. And that way you guys will know all the things that we're doing for the save, because obviously we think it's in a pretty good state right now, but
all the organizations there and all that, we're just waiting on a blank board asset, a couple more custom terrain assets, and some typing fixes are the big things.
Yep. So,
mind if I ask about this level 5 that we've never actually seen before?
Which one? Sure. The Arrows del Sol? Yeah.
Yeah. So, I was just looking at him real quick, and I do not understand Eminence.
Okay.
Based on the wording. So, he just doesn't lose energy?
So you still spend energy as normal, but at the beginning of your turn, where normally you like go back up towards your cap, this robot just keeps adding energy to your energy pool. So you can save it up.
Energy rolls over between turns. So if you have 2 energy at the end of the turn before, then you just have 2 extra energy on the start of your next turn.
Okay.
Yep. Which is how you slowly build up to use the 10 energy cost Justice Omega laser.
Yep.
Alright, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, and then it has reroll X, where X is the number of active enemy robots, and It has a disarm AoE movement ability. It has a stun AoE ability. It has overload, so it can use 2 things in a single turn. It has flight. It does a lot of stuff. This robot's potentially really, really powerful.
I can just see like building up enough to do the L-Fire, disarm everything, move it into position, and then Justice Omega.
So Eminence says this robot's energy doesn't empty at start of turn. I know that assumes that, generally that's your only robot, but in point control it might not be.
It should still be your only robot.
It's going to be your only robot in point control too, because point control goes off level of robot.
Oh,
And I don't
okay.
believe it considers teammates either.
Correct.
It does not.
Okay, then
That
I
is
don't
still a
understand
good
the
point. We
reinforcement
should make
rules.
that wording clearer. And so
You
Yeah.
could probably say something about the energy staying from last round rather than saying that it doesn't empty it at the start of this round.
So specifically, the reason why this is worded this way is because of Combine Rondo. So let me talk to Breeze
Which I don't know about yet.
which is like a very weird game mode for a lot of reasons. It's fun, but it's really chaotic. So in Combine Rondo, basically, instead of starting the game with 5 robots, you start with, I want to say it's 8 levels of robots, and you can start with robots pre-combined.
I believe it was 9.
Okay, 9. Sure. 9
I mean,
levels of
Jesse,
robots, and you can start
Do
with
you
stuff
want to see
pre-combined.
my argument to you saying Combine Rondo was fun?
What?
You want to see my argument to you saying Combine Rondo is fun?
I mean, Combine Rondo is fun.
I don't know. Do you remember this?
Why would you load? Okay.
We're waiting
you
for
remember
loads.
I do remember
The 9 E-type team.
Yeah, that seems great. Yeah, so you just start with a bunch of stuff in play in Combine Rondo, and can do anything you want. So you can start with all of your robots in play, you can start with combined robots in play. It's just kind of a crazy game mode. And so one thing you can do is play all of the E-types. That is a team.
Not all of them, but most of them, including Etwall as your commander.
I mean,
Which
sure.
means as the rest of your E-types die, Etwall just becomes a monster.
Although in
So
today's...
you just send out I sent wave after wave of my own men at them.
I think that this team is slightly out of date. I actually think
It is. This isn't using any of the new cards.
Well, regardless of not using any of the new cards, I think that the correct way to build the team now is to drop 1 E-type and just start with the Excel 1000.
Hmm.
Because I think this team existed from back when Etwall still had an X-cost ability. And, just making this swap makes him a lot stronger.
Nope, it's not from when Etwall had the X cost.
But it's pointing to images that are loaded somewhere, so if we updated those images...
We did not. Up until the new TSIM demo stuff, I just kept separately labeled images just to not break any previous versions of the demo that we've sent out.
Why not just go full Excel gun?
I mean, you totally can.
You could. You lose Jet, but you could. But you trade off some robots. You totally have the option, though. It's definitely totally fine to play the Exelgon instead.
Honestly, what I'd do differently on this team is I'd run the Esha so I can kill it and give Etwall the buff straight away. That way he doesn't have trouble surviving against, arcing lasers and stuff.
But yeah, so in Combine Rondo, the Arrows El Sol has the potential to have some weird interactions. However, I don't think that the current wording resolves that issue. And the reason why I say that is because the game doesn't care where energy came from. Like when it's in your pool, you don't say, "Oh, this energy is related to this robot," and so on. So it's really hard to say, "Oh, and you have to keep track of that on the arrows also."
Maybe if it was what has he got? 8. If you have 8 or less energy, it rolls over to your next turn.
you could try something like that, but then it also gets kind of awkward. I think we just have to talk about it and talk about what the design goal is. Because I know when Eminence was described, the explanation was basically you just pool your energy together. I'm pretty sure that the text about this robot got added when Breeze was like, oh, combine Rondo. And so it's probably just a case of we need to talk about it a little bit and come up with a better wording for it.
Yeah. The Arizona Soul is already a pretty niche case team-wise, because you have to build pretty specifically for it. Combine that with, like, having extra teammates along with it, that's also that's an even more niche case.
Yeah. But
like,
I'm pretty sure that's how it
specifically
ended up with this wording, is because Breeze thought about it and was like, oh, we need to solve this problem. So he solved the problem one way, but I don't think it's necessarily the best way. So I'm just going to talk to him. Well, basically, the idea will be that Arrows El Sol can keep adding energy to your energy pool, but we'll try and get a better wording for Eminence to explain how that works mechanically.
So I will say for your reference cards, it would also be nice to have one for Combine Rondo, as well as, I don't know if Robo Chest needs its own. I don't know how complex that is, aside from move one robot, then move another robot.
Yeah.
I think, like,
Combine
combining
Rondo
rules...
is just sort of...
Combine Rondo is basically just start with 9 robots.
Yeah, it's sort of a gimmicky mode anyway, and that's already detailed in the rulebook.
Yeah, so
the
the
main,
rulebook
like,
being there
actual
does give you
gameplay
the
mode
ability to
would be
find
like
some
point
of it.
control.
So, like, we could
Point
totally...
control and draft are definitely a lot more serious gameplay mode-wise, which is why we decided to put reference cards in for them.
Okay. So you just went for the things that you figure were, I don't know,
Well,
more popular.
Not even necessarily more popular. So how I would describe it is point control has a lot of rules that you need to reference, and so it's really helpful to just have them there. And similarly, draft mode, it's really helpful to just be able to pull out a card that tells you how to draft. As opposed to, like, Combine Rondo, where you need to know how to set the game up, but once you've started, you don't need to keep track of anything. Where are those? Yeah, alright. Hold on.
They're down near the bottom.
Yeah, they're just not called out well. Alright,
Can't wait to play draft. I want to see how that goes.
Yeah,
it definitely
really
works.
exciting.
It takes a little bit of time to do, but it definitely works pretty well. We've done it a few times, and you usually end up with some pretty cool teams.
Yeah, so like playing Aegis with inches in machine chess are both like very fundamental changes to core gameplay and are detailed in the rulebook. And so they're also like not really the modes we expect people to play most of the time.
I'll say Robo Chess, out of all of the game modes, sounds the least interesting to me.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So the main thing with that is like point control. We expect people to actually like play.
Well, no, I would say we expect people to play those sorts of things. So like, for instance, the Combine Rondo thing. Like, Combine Rondo has one page in the rulebook, and it basically says you can use 9 robots, and you can start with combined robots. And you can continue to combine up after that point. But that's really all it says. Like, basically all it says is a brief description, which is the same as how to build your team, essentially.
Well, yeah, I wasn't talking about Combine Rondo there. I was talking about compared to, like, machine chess.
Sure. But even machine chess, like... Well, so why point control has a card is essentially that in point control, whenever you gain points, you need to be able to go keep track of how that works.
Yeah.
You have to be able to go look and say, oh, I gained how many points for this thing. And so you're always going to be referring back to that, so the reference card makes sense. Draft rules make sense to have a reference card because when you're doing it, you don't want to have to go back to the rulebook to understand how the robots get drafted and stuff like that. So that's really the only reason why those ended up that way. We could potentially add to this specifically. We could, like, cut those pages out and stick them on, like, stick the text on a note card or something like that, so that it's just there for you if you want to have it separate from the rulebook. but I don't think it's going to end up being a reference card specifically. In any case, that was definitely a game of point control. It lasted a little longer than I think we expected, but there were a lot of good questions that came up, and some good discussion that was had.
Oh, did you want to talk about that, the cross combining that we were mentioning before?
Yes, but I don't know if I have time right now.
That's fine, because I want to go eat anyways.
Yeah, that's fair. So yeah, it's almost midnight, and I do have work in the morning, so I'm gonna have to call it in about a minute. But I am absolutely interested in talking it through, and if you have thoughts on it, it is something we've wanted to solve for a while. The idea of combining with allied robots, because we think it's a really cool concept, but we had trouble figuring out how it would work for things like specifically point control, is where there's a lot of questions about it. So
Yeah. So we will be calling it for the night.
yeah, as always, send us feedback, send us ideas. We have a sweet zephyrworkshop.com/survey for you people who played.
So if like Scott and Reggie and
Go give us
Monster
feedback.
fill that out, be the first people to give us feedback. More than welcome to.
Yeah.
I actually started filling it out, and then I'm like, maybe I'll just wait on the full tabletop sim, because part of these questions is specifically asking how good the tabletop sim was, and it wasn't even finished yet.
True. This is not quite the final version.
That's fair.
I do
Well,
You
know
then
always
having
just
bag
say
direction and dice.
that it's 10 out of 10. I don't even know if 10 is an option, but you can just say it's perfect.
So one thing to keep in mind when rating the tabletop sim, the bags of infinite dice are a lot of fun compared to the dice files we used to have. Just
Okay.
saying. Keep stuff like that in mind when rating.
Wait.
You can
Nice.
also basically break tabletop sim by dealing dice out of it.
I wouldn't call that breaking tabletop sim.
Deal just...
I mean, you're not noticing the frame rate drops that I'm already starting to get from dealing out dice. By break tabletop sim, I
my
mean
frame rate
crash
hasn't dropped at all.
computers.
I'm watching the counter in the corner.
Oh!
Yeah. So I'm
just
definitely
watching floating
losing.
dice.
I have started losing frames on this many dice.
Hold on. Stop for just a second.
Oh Jesus!
I
Make
did
this-
stop. They're still going.
I can make this so much worse.
I've started lagging due to my connection to you, but my FPS is still 60. No, everyone, I can make this worse.
No, that was fine.
That is satisfying. Wow.
I like how the side table, you can see all the bags that were on the left just dropping. None of them even got touched by the flipping of the table.
Yep. All
On the
right.
other hand, some of the things got totally catapulted.
And on that note, we're gonna.
Alright,
call it.
yeah. GG, everybody.
Have a
So,
good night,
good
everybody.
Thanks for
games,
having us again.
guys. Absolutely. Thanks for being here. We will see you guys next week.
Well, I'll see you in the Discord, right?
Oh yeah,
Come to the
that too.
Discord if you're watching this.
Obviously.
No, we have a hitman out to get you.
We're disabling the Discord for the next week for the purposes of Scott just told me he'd see me in the Discord.
Honestly,
But yeah.
we feel kind of threatened. Scott's stalking us, so we're going to just have to close that down.
We will
Sorry, everybody.
be in Discord, of course. So you can feel free to.
The internet's #1 giant robot Discord channel.
That's a good question.
I
How
don't
many
know.
giant
I don't
robot
know about
Discord channels
that.
are there?
I think we can assume it.
Yeah. Hmm.
Oh, one other question. Was it was it Breeze or Kettle that was making that the anime list?
That's Breeze.
Breeze.
Breeze,
Why does
okay.
everyone keep thinking I'm the one making the anime list? I think I
don't
watched the least
know.
anime out of everyone on this team.
I don't know. Probably because I have terrible memory and I can't remember anyone, and it's a real problem.
Fair.
Like,
So
I'm
yeah,
on
I
this team
confuse
because I
my
collect
bosses with
Transformers,
each
like-
other.
so yeah, Breeze is working on the anime list. Hopefully we'll get that out at the same time as the tabletop sim stuff. Because I'm pretty sure he's just doing like descriptions of stuff at this point.
To be fair, I think that's lowest on the priorities.
Yeah,
but
it's definitely
that gets pushed back by a few things.
the deadline got pushed because we wanted to get the tabletop sim stuff good, and we were doing backer commanders and all that stuff, which is great, and we're happy that we're there. But we did push that deadline a little, so we'll get that out.
yeah. I just wanted to make sure it hadn't been forgotten.
Nope, we talk about it almost every week and say, "Hey,
Oh,
where's
that's
that anime list?" Or here's why we haven't done the anime list. So it's on our internal list of things, and we will get it out
Alright.
ASAP. So, on that note, I am going to end the stream. Thank you so much for playing tonight, guys, and have a good one.
Have a good night, everybody.
Night.
Later.